The Red Sox swept the Brewers over the weekend, and tonight return to American League play with John Lester leading the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Fenway Park.
They struck him out, and the Red Sox win. Welcome to Fenway Park for Game 1 of a 4-game series between the Kansas City Royals and the Boston Red Sox. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo. Welcome to Red Sox baseball. Well, so far this season, it has been a disappointing year for the Detroit Tigers. They were the team picked to top the American League Central. The other teams are doing very well, and that includes the Kansas City Royals, who are here tonight. They've had a pretty good turnaround so far and have a new manager in Trey Hillman. We take a look at some of the numbers for them, and Jose Guillen, the American League Player of the Week at .451 this last week. Alex Gordon, who last year struggled, hitting .286 this year, and their closer, Joaquin Soria, with 11 straight saves to begin the year. First time that's happened for him since Al Hrabowski back in 1978. We welcome in Jerry Remy. And Jerry, after a slow start this year for David Ortiz, he's really turned the corner.
Well, I think everybody expected David Ortiz, obviously, to get hot and turn the corner, as you mentioned, Don. But the fact is, it doesn't come easy. It comes with a lot of hard work, and that's what David Ortiz has done. Now, the numbers very early in the season were not very good. The 191 batting average after 79 at-bats. Now, after 85, the last 85, 318, the home runs, the RBIs, everything up, and currently comes into this game with a 250 average. He's come an awful long way. And when you think about the Red Sox offense, the fact that they're number one in just about all categories in baseball, they've done it with Manny hot at the beginning, David not. And, of course, right now, David Ortiz has got hot, and Manny has cooled off a little bit. This combination at some point is going to click, so I can imagine what this offense is going to look like. And I might also say, Don, that's quite the jacket you have on. And maybe one recommendation, you don't wear white buttons until after Memorial Day.
The bats were hot over the weekend. The wind's blowing out at Fenway. We'll see how it works out tonight.
streets of New England. The New England Edition Ford F-150 with custom chrome grille, wheels, running boards, and a tow-and-go package. Now we'll match your down payment up to $1,000 for a total of up to $4,000 down, or get 0% plus $1,500 cash.
I need you. I need you every single day, and I want you. I want you every single way, and I need you. I need you every single day, and I want you. I want you every single way, and it's love, it's love, it's love, it's la 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 la, it's love, it's love, it's love, it's la 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 la, it's love.
Dodge is protecting you from high gas prices.
Announcing the Dodge $2.99 gas guarantee.
Right now, when you buy or lease most Dodge vehicles, you'll pay just $2.99 a gallon for gas or diesel in each of the next 3 years for up to the first 12,000 miles per year. It's our $2.99 gas guarantee.
Dodge is coming through for you with relief at the pump just when you need it most. Hurry to your Dodge dealer today for the $2.99 gas guarantee. Let's refuel America.
Here's Millar flied out. His first time up now, sends one to left field, sending Ramirez back, and he makes the catch. Now they'll try to retrace their steps. Huff trying to get back to first, turns into a double play. That's worth another one.
Manager's having a ball. I don't think I've ever seen a great catch, jumps up, and a high five, and turn it into a double play. That's another Manny moment.
And you never know what's next with Manny.
No, you absolutely have no clue.
Stay in the game with an hour of post-game coverage on NESN. It's your post-game all-access pass. WB Mason's Extra Innings and Granite City Electric's Extra Innings Extra. NESN, it's why we watch.
Closed captioning provided by Finagle. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or supper, don't settle for average food. Go beyond that. Finagle, go beyond good.
Boston Red Sox baseball on Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, New England Lincoln Mercury Dealers, Citgo, Molson, Nissan, your New England Toyota dealers, Ricoh, and by Sovereign Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox cable network. Hey, good evening once again, everybody. Welcome back to Fenway Park. It's game one of the four-game series. On the mound tonight for the Red Sox is John Lester.
Well, John Lester making start number 11 on the season, a record of only 2-2. A lot of no decisions.
Estará participando en su oncena apertura de la campaña. Se enfrentará a los Reales de Kansas City, 21-22, que acaban de ganarle la serie de Interliga a los Marlins de la Florida. Y Luke Hochevar, los Boston Red Sox.
David DeJesus stands in for Kansas City. And the first pitch of this one's in there for strike one. DeJesus starting the night hitting at .279, 3 homers. And 16 runs batted in. He'd been in an 0 for 9 drought, but had a base hit yesterday.
Los árbitros en este partido encargados de la bola hacia strikes, Brian Knight en la primera base, Marvin Hudson, Tom Hallion en segunda.
Foul. And the count 1-2.
Well, our first look at the Kansas City Royals this season, and of course playing pretty good baseball. 21-22 on the season, 2 games out of first place behind the Chicago White Sox and the Cleveland Indians.
And of course, their new manager, Trey Hillman, in his first season right now, it's part of this turnaround for Kansas City. They're a game under 500. They played very good baseball. Hillman, who had been managing in Japan since 2003, the Nippon Ham Fighters. He turned what was an unsuccessful team into a perennial contender in a couple of years. The Royals hoping for the same thing. DeJesus sending it to the opposite field. Back goes Manny Ramirez. They'll take him to the base of the track for out number 1. Let's check out the rest of the Royals starting 9, brought to you by Ricoh. Seeing DeJesus in center field, Mark Gredzolanek at second base. Alex Gordon is the third baseman with Jose Guillen, the DH. Billy Butler at first base. Miguel Olivo does the catching. Mark Tian in right field bats 7th with Esteban Herman in left. And Tony Pena Jr. at shortstop bats 9th. One down, and here's Mark Gredzolanek. Take strike one. Hits at .331 to begin the season. The Gold Glove second baseman. No homers, 4 runs batted in.
And that .331 leads the American League, 2 points better than Kevin Youkilis.
Missed 5 games with a sore back at the end of April. Great series. The Royals were taking on the Florida Marlins. They had 5 hits and 8 at bats over the last 2 days, so he's been red hot to get that average up. And you look over the last 10 games for Gredzolanek at .459. His home average is .358 in Kansas City. It's second in this Royals order. And slaps it foul off to the right. 2-2.
And one of the problems Kansas City has had, though it's getting a little bit better, is runs. They're last in the American League in runs and last in home runs. Batting average is great. I mean, they're 5th in the league in batting average, but it hasn't turned into a lot of runs for the Royals.
Ball 3 and a full count to Mark Gredzolanek. Alex Gordon waits on deck as John Lester deals with his second batter of the night. Swing and a miss. Lester strikes out Gredzolanek. 2 down.
That has been a tough thing to do. That's only the 16th time that Gredzolanek has struck out this season. Fastball down and in. Swings right on top of it.
So 2 down here in the top of the first. Here's Alex Gordon. Gordon, who had a tough offensive season last year, bouncing back nicely so far this season. Leads the team with 5 home runs. It's tied with Jose Guillen in that department.
I remember last year, Don, we were there at Kansas City very early in the season. All the hype around Alex Gordon. That had to be tough to deal with, I would think, in his first year in the big leagues.
So many comparisons to his hero as he was growing up in George Brett. And they were drawing so many to him, a third baseman by trade. A first-round pick, 2nd overall. And quickly to the major leagues. Just in his 2nd professional season, he was the opening day starter at third base for Kansas City. They expected so much. What they got was a .247 batting average. He ended up with 15 home runs and 60 runs batted in. On the ground, right side, Pedroia's got it. It's a 1-2-3 first for John Lester. Red Sox coming up.
Can't we stay another day?
Sure. Florida. Easy to get to, hard to leave. With new nonstops from Manchester to Fort Lauderdale, Southwest Airlines is taking low fares farther. Fly for just $99 one way.
You are now free to move about the country.
Hello, I'm a Mac. And I'm a PC. Well, Mac, Vista's got me feeling down, so I've written a little song called the Vista Blues.
Oh, I'd love to hear that sometime. I have to.
So many users are leaving me, and they ain't coming back. Vista's got issues, and it's so glitchy. They're leaving me for Mac.
Nice touch.
We wish you a red deal day. We wish you a red deal day. We wish you a red deal day. And an awesome new fall.
It's Red Hot Deal Days at Verizon Wireless. Celebrate any way you know how. Get to Verizon Wireless and get up to 50% off phones made for messaging, like the BlackBerry Curve, the LG NV2, the Samsung Glide, or the Moto Q9M, now just $79.99. And they all come with America's most reliable wireless network, Verizon Wireless.
No matter where you live, no matter how far you commute, there's one simple way to make it all a little more enjoyable. The Honda Civic. Every model designed with fuel efficiency in mind. The very affordable LX, the sleek and sexy SI, or the Civic Hybrid, the most fuel-efficient car in its class. The Civic from Honda. Join the family. Lease a Honda Civic for $199 a month for well-qualified customers.
1-2-3 first for John Lester. Luke Hoshaver takes the mound tonight for Kansas City.
First appearance ever against the Red Sox, making his 6th start. He is 3-2. He's coming off a win last time against the Detroit Tigers. Shut him out through 6 innings in that ball game.
Ellsbury leads it off, takes a strike.
Yeah, #1 pick back in 2006. Got a little major league time at the end of last year with the Royals.
Up the middle, position well was Pena around the bag at second. And there's one away. Let's check out the rest of the Red Sox starting lineup tonight. Ellsbury in center field. Dustin Pedroia at second base. David Ortiz at DH. And Manny Ramirez in left field. Mike Lowell at third base. Kevin Youkilis at first base with J.D. Drew in right. Jason Veritek does the catching. He bats 8th. And Julio Lugo at shortstop bats 9th. There's Pedroia with 1 out, who takes ball 1.
They'll see the fastball, curveball, slider, and changeup. And one thing Hoshaver's been able to do is get a lot of ground ball outs in his 5 starts so far this season.
Well, Dustin Pedroia, who has 2 home runs, hit his 2nd home run yesterday. Seeing David Ortiz in the 3rd inning went back to back. Been a while since Pedroia's had an extra base hit. In fact, May the 5th at Detroit was the last time. Won 11 games in between extra base hits. You think of all the hits that he's had on the season, and we'll look back to yesterday as Red Sox were hitting some home runs yesterday. Both teams really were. Pedroia and Ortiz back-to-back in the third inning. A long time in between home runs for him as well. 3-0 pitch. There's a strike, 3-1.
Good strong breeze blowing out tonight from left to right here at Fenway Park. Kind of a cool night, but a really gusty breeze.
56 degrees to begin the game. As Pedroia shoots it out towards right center, David DeJesus. It's over into right center to make the catch, 2 down.
Now the Royals been good defensively. They're 4th in the league with 21 errors in 43 games. Alex Gordon at third base, Tony Pena Jr. the shortstop, Mark Resolanek at second base, and Billy Butler at first base. Left to right, Esteban Herman, David DeJesus, and Mark Tien, and Miguel Olivo doing the catching for Hosheva.
Ryan Knight has the plate for the umpires. Marvin Hudson at first base, Tom Hallion at second base, and Hunter Windelstead at third base. David Ortiz at the plate with 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning. 250, 10 homers, 37 runs batted in for Big Papi. Couple of home runs for Ortiz yesterday as part of the Red Sox attack. First multi-homer game since September 12th of last year against Tampa Bay. The 31st career multi-homer performance. He's third on the Red Sox all-time list now, multi-home runs behind Ted Williams and Jim Rice. Actually pushed past Manny Ramirez with the 2 home run performance yesterday.
Well, 10 total now in the season moves him into a tie for second place in the American League in home runs. He is tied for second in runs batted in.
A great series against Milwaukee. The Royals put the shift on as he grounds one right side at Bretzolani. And Ortiz is out. A 1-2-3 first inning for Hochevar. We're scoreless after 1.
What makes you think you stole this betting?
Just look at these prices. A twin-size Bobo-Pedic Light for just $333. That's $566 less than the Tempur-Pedic. The full-size Bobo-Pedic Light is $800 less. The queen-size Bobo-Pedic Light is $900 less. And the king-size Bobo-Pedic Light is just $899. That's $1,000 less than Tempur-Pedic. It must be stealing. Don't you agree? Sir? Sir?
I am your idea. Color me. Get me noticed. Make me shout. And stand out. Give me Rico color that always works. I am your idea. Make me brighter. Make me shine. I am your idea. Get me in there. Make it happen. In flying colors. It's you and me, and here we go. With Rico.
It came from the streets of New England. The New England Edition Ford F-150 with custom chrome grille, wheels, running boards, and a tow-and-go package. Now we'll match your down payment up to $1,000 for a total of up to $4,000 down, or get 0% plus $1,500 cash.
2 Molson Canadians?
You got it.
Man, that's a good beer. Lots of flavor. Yeah, but it goes down easy. It's from Canada. It is beautiful up there. Well, it's like a postcard. Good people, too. Yeah, just good people living in that beautiful landscape, making this incredibly tasty beer. That's poetic.
Scoreless as we head to the second inning. Jose Guillen, Billy Butler, and Miguel Olivo to face John Lester. Scoreless ball game from Fenway Park after 1. In the DH and the player of the week in the American League this past week, hitting at .451. With 13 RBIs in the past week. It's part of the key matchup, which is brought to you by Honda. His numbers against John Lester not particularly good. 3 strikeouts and 5 at bats. Of course, last time we saw Jose Guillen, he was a member of the Seattle Mariners.
Fouls it off and is still down 0-2.
Hey, I mentioned that 10-game hitting streak that he's on right now. Player of the week. You see the average 245. Got off to a very slow start, but that has certainly turned around for him.
Since May 5th, he's lifted his average 80 points. 0-2, softly bloop to left. Ramirez coming in. Manny will run it down. And high five some more. They do it on the road, might as well do it at home.
Now, Jim Manny just, trying to get some all-star votes.
That's where the high-fiving all began. He doesn't have that many opportunities at Fenway. All the fans so far away from him and above the monster seats.
Well, I wouldn't be at all surprised if some point he climbs that ladder on the left field wall and just continues to climb it after making a catch and go up and high five somebody in the first row in the monster seats.
Not surprised me in the least. Very little that Manny could do that I think would surprise us. The 1-0 is fouled off to the right. Billy Butler, the batter, first baseman for Kansas City. Butler 279 with a home run, 18 runs batted in. Got a .313 road average this season as he crushes this one foul out ahead. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
The Red Sox and Royals for the first time in 2008. Of course, last year the Red Sox opened up their season in Kansas City. They got that first matchup out of the way right away. Now this one coming in mid-May. Of course, the Red Sox have not yet been to Kansas City.
Well, just to show our hospitality here in Boston, as the Royals come to town, you break out your blue blazer, and just to show the people that we have respect for the opposition. Yeah. It's quite a jacket.
Well, thank you.
Quite a jacket.
It's in the rotation. It was his time, and I like this jacket.
Yeah, it's nice.
Two is inside. It's a full count. No, I didn't think about Kansas City or the fact that it's blue. Brad Mills pointed that out in the clubhouse today. And it's true, it was bad timing, but it's all about the rotation. And again, I like it. A lot to like, except for the white buttons. You're right about the white buttons. Not crazy about the white buttons.
How many days rest has that coat had?
It's been about a year. Ball 4 to Billy Butler, first base runner of the night for Kansas City. That's down to first base.
Get your one-of-a-kind Red Sox poster at participating Dunkin' Donuts with any breakfast sandwich combo purchase. There are 4 posters featuring your favorite Red Sox players, so collect them all. 4 posters will be in market featuring various Red Sox players. The first version, of course, the Jonathan Papelbon poster, which is in stores right now.
1 out, 1 on, and Miguel Olivo coming up. Swing and a miss. Olivo hitting at .284. He's got 5 homers and 14 runs batted in.
A very aggressive hitter, does not walk very much, only 4 walks on the season.
Ball 1, 1-1. The Royals took 2 out of 3 from the Florida Marlins, part of interleague play over the weekend. It's an 11-game road trip for him, so far 2-1 on the trip. Olivo's been a big part of their success lately, as you see the month of May for the Kansas City catcher. Down and in, and it's 2-1 now to Olivo. He's been doing the catching. Of course, the other Royals catcher, John Buck, had been away on a bereavement leave over the weekend. And the proud papa now of twins. So he returns to the Royals here for the series against the Red Sox. 2-1's tap foul, and the count evens up at 2-2.
I believe the Royals are in the middle now of a long road trip, which started down in Florida, right?
Yes, 11-game trip.
11-game trip.
High chop to third. Lowell to second base for the only play in getting the lead runner. Had a chance to get the runner at first, but no chance to get a double play. They get Butler, 2 down.
And Lowell, knowing that, did not rush his play at third base. Just made sure he made the catch, made a good accurate throw to second baseman Dustin Pedroia, because they knew they had no chance for a double play. Pedroia will take a peek, but that's about it.
So 2 down, Olivo at first base. Here comes Mark Tien. Tien, the right fielder, hits at .268 on the year. 2 homers and 12 runs batted in for Tien. A 2-run home run yesterday, and has 2 homers on the season now as he takes strike 1. Home run yesterday was his first home run since April the 3rd. So a long time in between home runs for Tien. Olivo at first base, held on by Youkilis with 2 down in the inning. Ball 1-1-1. So the Royals are 21-22 coming into this series. They're 2 games back of the Chicago White Sox. Trey Hillman's done a nice job so far in his first season here with Kansas City. You see the numbers, and the team at the bottom has been the biggest disappointment to this American League Central. 17-27 are the Tigers. Never would have guessed that. As the pitch is strike and the count 1-2.
Well, that doesn't disappoint anybody in that Central Division, because I think everybody predicted that they would be the #1 team, and maybe from start to finish. But by them getting off to a very slow start, it's given hope to the rest of the division.
High throw gets down towards the tarp as Olivo heads down to second base. Youkilis able to gather it. A wild throw from Lester.
And sometimes you wonder why pickoff attempts are made. I mean, Olivo is not a guy that is a base stealer. And by making this errant throw, that just puts a man in scoring position with 2 outs. Actually, there's some guys you hope that do run, and he would be in that category.
So he's in scoring position now, 2 outs in the inning. Tien with a count of 1-2. Terry Francona getting back before game time today, before his normal presser from Philadelphia, where his son Nick graduated. Terry leaving after the ball game yesterday. It was a very quick trip for Tito, as he went to Philadelphia to join his son and friends, and then headed back today and got here late this afternoon.
Yeah, back in the clubhouse about 3:30 this afternoon. The lineup was already made out, probably made out yesterday before he had gone on that trip for his son's graduation. And then right on time at 4 o'clock, met with the media.
Tien, after the 2-2, dribbles it back at Lester, who throw to first to end the inning. They leave Olivo at second, scoreless after an inning and a half.
Range Rover Sport. Visit your local Land Rover Center.
Go.
There's no way out!
You got lucky.
I get lucky a lot.
National Treasure 2, Book of Secrets. Own it on Disney, DVD, and Blu-ray High Def tomorrow.
Introducing the Crossover to Mazda event.
featuring the sports car-inspired CX-7 and the award-winning CX-9, making now the best time to cross over to Mazda. The 5-passenger CX-7 and 7-passenger CX-9, designed and engineered the Zoom Zoom way.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Right now, during the crossover to Mazda event, lease an 08 Mazda CX-7 front-wheel drive Sport for $209 a month for 24 months with $2672 due at lease signing.
Zoom, zoom.
When you have two good teams, who wins comes down to who wants it more. Same goes for banking. That's why nobody will take better care of you or do more to earn your business than the people at Sovereign. It's that simple. Because at Sovereign, we want you to be the winner.
Open a FlexLock home equity line now while rates are at historic lows. Another way that Sovereign does more to earn your business.
Globe 10.0's going green.
That would be a shock.
We're talking Celtics green.
Let's turn our attention to basketball. Forget the regular season.
It's playoff talk from the basketball guru himself, Bob Ryan. Every Tuesday through Thursday on Globe 10.0, only on Nesson.
The Sox fans, remember, if you need medical care while at Fenway, visit the Beth Israel Deaconess First Aid Stand behind Section 12. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox and Red Sox Nation.
Well, John Lester threw the first 2 innings, a scoreless ball game from Fenway Park. Manny Ramirez, Mike Lowell, and Kevin Youkilis to bat for the Red Sox in the bottom of the second. Luke Hochevar on 10 pitches retired the side in order in the first inning. And it's ball 1 to Ramirez. And he's sitting at 498 in his career, 8 homers on this season with 27 RBIs, 305 batting average. Outside ball 2, 2-0. This player profile is brought to you by Sovereign Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox cable network. 3rd in the American League in total bases, 8th among active players in that category. After the 2-0 pitch, it's a 2-hopper at Tony Pena. 1 away here in the second inning. Let's check in with Heidi Watney. Heidi?
Don, we've all enjoyed the many Manny moments the Sox slugger has had, and teammate Mike Lowell is no different. He told me today it's been really neat to play alongside the future Hall of Famer.
He has the ability to hit every pitch out in any part of the park, and I really can't wait till he gets to 500 because since I'm hitting behind him, they change the balls every time, and there's this big delay. And I tell him, just hit them out already. You know, I don't want. They're all marked with 29 and 30. I said, as many foul balls as you hit, you're just wasting time. You know, they're worried about time of game, and he can put on a show. But 500 is unbelievable. You know, I think that's a sure ticket to the Hall of Fame. Anyone who gets to that number, because I don't even dream of getting even nowhere remotely close to half that number. You know, so. It's something special. It's just a testament of how good a hitter he is.
So far, Manny hasn't had any luck with the specially marked baseballs. His last home run was 1 week ago. Don?
All right, Heidi, thanks very much. Today is Heidi's birthday, Jerry. Happy birthday, Heidi.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy birthday. I didn't realize that.
Thank you.
1 down here in the second inning. Mike Lowell batting, and the pitch is ball 2, 2-1.
When do you have a birthday, Don? Are you during the season or in the off season?
No, December.
I'm in the off season too. Yeah.
You're in November, aren't you?
I'm not telling, but yeah.
Ooh. Lots of secrets. 2-1. Inside to Lowell, 3-1. How's anybody supposed to get your birthday gift if you don't?
I don't want one. I don't want one. I don't need anything at Christmas, birthday, any of that stuff.
So you and I are very different. I want lots of gifts. Lowell takes ball 4. Red Sox have their first base runner of the night. It's time now for our leading off segment, brought to you by Firestone. Red Sox won 8 of 9 at Fenway, 17-5 record at home as the best in the majors. After the weekend sweep of the Brewers, the Red Sox regained first place in the AL East, first time since May the 12th, with Tampa Bay dropping 2 out of 3 to St. Louis, and the Red Sox
Have lost 4 of their last 6 games against the Royals here at Fenway Park. In fact, since the beginning of the 2003 season, Red Sox are 13-5 in home games against Kansas City. Since the beginning of the 02 season, overall, the Red Sox 24-15 against Kansas City. The 0-1 outside to Youkilis, a ball and a strike.
Mentioned Kevin Youkilis, only 2 points starting the game behind Grzelcyk for the lead in the American League in batting average. Youkilis with 19 multiple hit games on the season, 9 home runs, puts him 4th in the league.
Pops it up, should reach the seats as Butler gives chase well back into the crowd.
Yeah, that got a push too, didn't it, from the wind? You could see it from up here. Once it got above the ballpark, that wind took over and really pushed it into foul territory. Don, I don't need gifts because I have one of the greatest gifts of all, and that's a chance to work side by side with you during the baseball season. So when you have that, what else more do you need?
Fouled off to the right. It hangs at 1-2.
Well, it seems like we've played a lot of 4-game series this year. We'll be doing that again on the next road trip. 4 games in Baltimore at the end of that long road trip. Plus the Royals in here for 4. We had the 4 in Detroit, 4 in Minnesota.
Inside 2-2. I wonder why that is. I mean, nothing has changed about the interleague schedule. We didn't have that many last year. We got lots this year.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wonder what changed. This Red Sox had a 4-gamer against Minnesota. On the ground at third base, to his left goes Alex Gordon to second for 1, on to first base. A double play. They erase the 1-out walk. Scoreless after 2.
Introducing an entirely new, altogether inspired resort destination. The new 825-room MGM Grand at Foxwoods. Go Grand.
Two Molson Canadians?
You got it.
Man, that's a good beer.
Lots of flavor.
Yeah, but it goes down easy.
It's from Canada. It is beautiful up there.
Well, it's like a postcard.
Good people, too.
Yeah, just good people living in that beautiful landscape, making this incredibly tasty beer.
That's poetic. Pass the peanuts?
Yeah.
With a big taste and a nice finish. Molson Canadian, an honest brew.
Something in here stinks.
I think it might be the cabbie. Not me, pal. Or my cab. You might want to check your shoes.
Oh, man.
That's on me, too. Come on, relax. Don't freak out. Don't get it on the floor of my cab. I'll take you to Olympia. There's one right around the corner.
Olympia Sports' biggest footwear sale is going on now. Buy one pair of brand name athletic footwear and get the second pair of equal or lesser value at half price.
$2 tip. Thanks a lot, pal.
Get it at Olympia Sports.
We head to the top half of the 3rd inning, and Esteban Herman leads it off for Kansas City. Herman, Pena, and Jay Jesus. John Lester, 2 scoreless innings, 38 pitches deep. As Herman checks in at 111, he's a left fielder for the Royals. And a
pitch up and away. The count 1-1. Joe's bunt, pulls it back, takes a pitch outside. The Red Sox had a great weekend against Milwaukee, the day-night doubleheader, the final game of the series yesterday, and the interleague schedule starting off well for Boston as they take the first 3 games. They begin interleague play. The Red Sox will once again play interleague play, and they get into June. So you get that brief 3-game series. That's it until June the 13th, and the Red Sox will be in Cincinnati and then in Philadelphia. There's Josh Beckett yesterday, giving up a total of 4 home runs. Kind of a strange day for Josh. Vaughn fouls it off to the right, backing out of play, hangs it 2-2.
All those home runs given up on breaking balls, 3 curveballs and a changeup for the home runs. I thought his fastball was excellent yesterday. Left a couple of curveballs up in the zone, and to the Brewers' credit, they didn't miss them.
Slaps it foul off to the right, hangs it 2-2. Well, the Red Sox winning yesterday, the Rays losing to St. Louis. Red Sox back in first place for the first time since May 12th. Red Sox had a 1.5 lead. It's their biggest. Red Sox led the division for 11 straight days at one point. 2-2 line to Youkilis. Reels it in chest high for out number 1.
Well, Youkilis was way off that first base line, and the ball, when contact was made, I thought for sure a base hit. I look up, and Youkilis is well off that bag and in a perfect spot to make the catch on the line drive.
Tony Pena batting 9th, taking ball 1. Chop towards shortstop. Lugo plays the tough hop off the lip of the grass, and there's 2 down.
Now, Lugo was going through a difficult stretch on that road trip. He had a couple of days off, and defensively has been very good since returning to the lineup here at Fenway Park. That big high bounce, he gets it about letter high, which certainly helps, and then the throw to Youkilis for the out on Pena.
So 2 down here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Second time through now for John Lester. David DeJesus fly to the warning track left field. First time up. 0 for 1. Tight, spinning away, and it's now 2-0. We're talking about Joakim Soria off the top. They get to the end of the game, and Kansas City's got the lead. Their closer has been very good, 11 straight saves to begin the year. First time that's happened since 1978 when a guy you faced, the bad Hungarian Al Hrabowski, at 11 straight to begin that year. They have recently announced that Joakim Soria signed a 3-year contract extension with the club option 2012, 2013, 2014. So he's going to be in Kansas City a while.
A lot of guys getting long-term extensions early in the season.
Striking the count 3-1. There have been so many, it seems, this year, more than other years. I'm interested to see when you revisit some of those, which ones worked out and which ones did not, and which clubs were on the hook for a lot of money, a lot of years. On the ground at Lugo. He's had a busy start to his night. Low throw, but it's dug out by Youkilis. to end things here in the top of the third, scoreless.
Jeep is giving you protection from high gas prices.
Announcing the Jeep $2.99 gas guarantee.
Right now, when you buy or lease most Jeep vehicles, you'll pay just $2.99 a gallon for gas or diesel in each of the next 3 years for up to the first 12,000 miles per year. It's our $2.99 gas guarantee.
Jeep is coming through for you with relief at the pump, just when you need it most. Hurry to your Jeep dealer today for the $2.99 gas guarantee. Let's refuel America.
Dames en heren, we gaan beginnen!
Exceptionally brewed for a taste that's pure Amsterdam. Amstel Light, one damn good beer.
You ready, bro? Ready. You ready, little dude? He is so ready.
Get ready for game day at BostonGlobeStore.com. There's something for all fans. Apparel, gifts, autographed gear, and more. Gotta have it? Shop online, shop anytime at BostonGlobeStore.com.
Two Molson Canadians?
You got it.
Man, that's a good beer. Lots of flavor. Yeah, but it goes down easy. It's from Canada. It is beautiful up there. Well, it's like a postcard. Good people, too. Yeah, just good people living in that beautiful landscape, making this incredibly tasty beer. That's poetic.
J.D. Drew leads it off, fouls one back into the seats. Scoreless game into the bottom of the third inning. It's Drew, Veritek, and Lugo. Only base runner for the Red Sox been quickly erased. Mike Lowell walked with one out in the second inning, and then Kevin Youkilis grounded into the 5-4-3 double play for O'Shaver. Get out of that inning.
Well, so far he's come as advertised on ground ball outs. He's got quite a few of them in this ball game so far tonight.
Outside, he falls behind 2-1. 6 shutout innings for him last time out. Against the Tigers, giving up 4 hits. Right side, and by the dive of Grudzolonic. First base hit of the night for Boston. It comes to lead off the bottom of the third.
Well, a ground ball, but this one finds a hole between first and second. That ball middle in, and J.D. Drew with a top spin ground ball by the dive of Grudzolonic. And J.D. now 6 for his last 18.
There's Jason Veritek. Jason hitting at .281, 4 homers and 15 runs batted in. He was 4 for 7 in the series against Milwaukee. Check at first, and Drew back to the bag.
Against a guy like Hoshev, maybe the type of pitcher that you want to maybe play a little hit and run with. Guy that gets a lot of ground balls, try to stay away from double plays.
He's been behind 6 of the first 7 batters that he's faced, but only given up 1 hit. There's a strike in the count, 1-1.
That looked like the changeup at 84 miles an hour.
Drew held on by Billy Butler at first base. Nobody out. A 1-1 to Veritek. Almost hit him as he jumped up over it. And it's 2-1. Veritek's been walking more, 8 walks in his last 11 games, after he had only 4 walks in his first 26 games of the year. And a good weekend, not playing in one of the games. Of course, Tim Wakefield working the nightcap in the day-night doubleheader. Kevin Cash caught that game. Drew takes off. Veritek swings, and it gets through that left side. So a little hit and run to third base, where Drew will be safe. Well, the shortstop Tony Pena headed over to cover the bag at second as Drew took off, and that's where Veritek put it.
That's exactly what I was talking about, Don. You know, you got a guy that has a reputation, and it has been the case in his first 5 starts of throwing a lot of ground balls. Well, you just don't sit around and wait for double plays. A little bit surprised again on the coverage there. You know, it's a hit and run count, 2-1. A lot of times you'll see the second baseman cover second in that situation. They had Pena covering and a wide open hole at shortstop.
So first and third, nobody out. First opportunity of the game for Boston, and here's Julio Lugo. 287, no homers, 10 runs batted in. Now started 3 of the last 4 games after missing 5 straight games due to a mild concussion.
Oh, by the way, congratulations to the Boston Celtics as they get that big win yesterday over Cleveland. I'll tell you what, it was. I got the chance to see the 4th quarter. LeBron James and Paul Pierce, what a shootout that was all day long. So good luck against the Pistons.
It'll be a great run that'll continue. O'Shaver falling behind now, 2-0.
How'd you like to be LeBron James for a day? You know, just play a little game basketball. I mean, how do you stop this guy?
Unbelievable.
So fast, so big.
Lugo fouls it off himself, and it's 2-1.
Well, do you want real-time video highlights of your favorite team sent straight to your phone? Text Red Sox alerts to MLB Go 65246 on your AT&T wireless phone and sign up for video alerts.
The Red Sox with runners at first and third. Lugo is 0 for his last 19 with runners in scoring position. Chops one to short. Pena will go to second for one. On to first. The double play. Royals will take that exchange as Drew scores to put the Red Sox on top 1-0, but 2 down.
Yeah, they sure will, because it had big inning written all over it, and of course the double play changes that. Pena almost played this into a bad hop. As you see, he charges the ball, and he really caught that in between hop. And it's almost like he could have stayed back just a little bit, made it an easy play on that, and still got the double play. But very aggressive by Pena, the shortstop.
So Drew scores 1-0 Boston, and here's Jacoby Ellsbury who takes strike one. And the first run allowed by Luke O'Shaver in the last 12 2/3 innings, which was the best streak in the American League, and the Red Sox got to him after 2 shutout innings to begin tonight. It's 1-0 Boston. Ellsbury lines to center. De Jesus won't get there. It's through to the track on the wall, and Ellsbury can run. De Jesus back to get it. Jacoby thinking 3. He'll get there easily. A triple.
I'll tell you what, they're very fortunate in center field as De Jesus, that ball hit the wall and bounced right back to him. If you get one little crazy hop out there back toward the 420, you're looking about an inside the park home run. Ellsbury picks up his second triple of the season. See where the ball bounces right to De Jesus. There's no question about the triple, but anything that might have carried a little bit more towards center field, you're looking at it inside the Parker. Man, is he fun to watch run.
90 feet away with another Red Sox run. There are 2 outs in the inning. Dustin Pedroia, the batter. Ball 1. Dustin flied out to center field. First time up against Hochevar. Two and 0. Comes in with a record of 3-2, 3.94 earned run average. 6th start of the year for Kansas City. Ball 3, 3-0.
And this is going to be an interesting week against Kansas City. You got Masterson making the start tomorrow night. You got Cologne the following night. And of course, Daisuke is trying to stay undefeated to wrap up the series.
Well, Pedroia taken all the way, and he takes ball 4. Second walk given up by Hochevar.
Picnic in the Park to benefit the Red Sox Foundation will take place on the Fenway Park field on Sunday, June 22nd, immediately after the game. The event begins with a half-hour autograph session with Red Sox players, coaches, and manager. All guests will eat in the outfield and have a chance to bid on a one-of-a-kind items donated by the Red Sox players and their wives. For tickets, visit redsox.com or call 617-226-6002.
Bob McClure, the pitching coach, out to talk to Luke Hochevar. As the Red Sox have scored a run here in the bottom of the 3rd, have runners at 1st and 3rd with 2 down, and Big Papi coming up. Gives us a chance to check out the league leaders, brought to you by Olympia Sports. David Ortiz coming up as far as home runs go. In home games, he's got 7 of them here at Fenway Park. Tied with Hamilton. Will Bradley hitting some home runs too. 6 in Arlington this year for Texas. Ellsbury at 3rd, Pedroia at 1st, 2 down. It's ball 1 to Ortiz, who grounded out to the second baseman, Mark Grudzielanek, in the 1st inning.
And in the 1st and 3rd situation, no shift put on here by the Royals.
Away 2-0. A 4-pitch walk to Dustin Pedroia. Now Hochevar falling behind. 2-0 to Ortiz. Ellsbury tripled. He's at 3rd. Pedroia walked. He's at 1st. The Red Sox yesterday banging out 15 hits. And so far today with 3 all coming in this inning. It's a bat in the bottom of the 3rd. There's a strike, 2-1.
Second time through the lineup for the Red Sox, getting a look at a pitcher they have not seen before. Of course, you watch videotape, but nothing compares to being in the batter's box. That's when you really get an idea on the velocity, the movement.
Well, second time through so far, they got a triple and a walk. Let's see what Ortiz does. They're 2-1. Another strike, and then it's 2-2. David looking back at Brian Knight.
Now he thought that ball was away. As we look at the Amica pit zone, and let's see what that says. It says it was away. Big difference here, running the count to 3-1, now 2-2, so you have to be a little bit more defensive for Big Papi.
The shift in the outfield. We don't often see that. For the most part, they play David Ortiz straight up. That's to the left fielder, Esteban Herman, well off the line in left field.
It kind of makes sense to me, Don, because you know anything in this area, of course, is going to be for extra bases. Anything to the left of the left fielder out there, it's only going to be 2 anyway.
Taken off is Pedroia on ball 3. And he gets to second base uncontested as Olivo couldn't find the ball initially.
Well, that's 6 steals now for Dustin Pedroia. Perfect 6 for 6 on the season. The ball actually got by Olivo and I think hit the foot of the home plate umpire Knight.
So now it's second and third, 2 down. Full count for David Ortiz. O'Shaver had thrown 24 pitches through 2 innings. This would be pitch number 25 of this inning. Ortiz fouls it off.
Now, a lot of times people say, why would you run with David Ortiz at the plate? Well, the fact is, when the count went to 2-2, and in the course of stolen base made it 3-2, they're not going to intentionally walk him now. If you steal early in the count, there's a chance, obviously, they would put him on first base and take their chances with Manny. The timing is everything, and waiting till he had a couple of strikes on him.
Ball 4. And David will head down to first base. Back-to-back walks allowed by O'Shaver. Bases loaded for Boston. .50 pitches. And they're having to work hard here in the third inning. Here comes Manny. We grounded out to shortstop first time up. The target set for .499. Outside, ball 1. Seems like O'Shaver has been behind everybody. Ellsbury at third base, Pedroia at second base, Ortiz at first base, 2 down. First pitch strikes to just 4 of 13 batters tonight. And it's ball 2, 2-0.
Well, Manny with 4 chances, 4 games here at Fenway Park before the Red Sox hit for an extended road trip to try to get that 500 here at Fenway, which he wants to desperately do.
He's got 4 days to get it done before heading out on the road for a long road trip. If he pops one here, it'd be his 21st Grand Slam of his career. Fouled off to the right.
Had himself in a great count. 2 balls, no strikes. He got a fastball, but a pretty good fastball down in the zone. Manny fouls it off. The Meeker Insurance pit zone.
And he fouls it off again to the right, 94. And it's 2-2.
Well, now O'Shaver in a position where maybe he can go back to his breaking ball. Pretty good slider we've seen from him.
Bases filled with Red Sox. Mike Lowell waiting on deck. 2 outs, last of the third. Ball 3, full count.
He does go back to it, but misses outside.
And he chops another foul. And the count remains full 3-2.
Think about this. A young guy at Fenway Park pitching for the first time, facing a guy that's shooting for a milestone, you know, after a couple more home runs. Bases loaded, plates are going crazy. Not an easy position to be in.
The 7th pitch coming from Hochevar in this sequence against Manny Ramirez. And the catcher now, Olivo is headed out. Olivo's been around for a while between the White Sox and the Mariners. He's got a pretty good feel as to what he thinks they should do against Manny Ramirez. Bases filled with Red Sox. Ellsbury at third, Pedroia at second, and Ortiz at first. They'll be off with a full count to Ramirez and 2 down. And he fouls off another, and the battle continues.
He's made a couple of good pitches with his fastball, keeping it down in the zone, and all Manny's been able to do is top it and foul it off.
Again, the 3-2. And he fouls it off again. More pitches for Hochevar.
I give him credit. He's throwing strikes on these 3-2 counts. And Manny, quite a battle, fouling him off. Tough pitch there, outside corner.
2 quick innings for him. The third's been a much different story. Ball 4, walks in a run. From third base comes Ellsbury. Red Sox lead it 2-0. Oh, what a battle that was as Manny draws the walk. And the Red Sox lead it 2-0.
That's 3 walks in a row now for the young pitcher, and you had to figure the longer that went on and Manny fouling balls off, eventually it was going to be a ball 4, and that's what happened.
A 9-pitch battle that ends in the base on balls for Ramirez. Picks up an RBI. Manny now has 28 on the season. And Mike Lowell becomes the 8th member of the Red Sox to bat here in the home half of the 3rd inning. High and tight, ball 1. Mike walked in the 2nd inning. Now it's Pedroia at third, Ortiz at second, and Ramirez at first. Hopped up. On second base, Gredzolonic almost overran it. It's off his glove. Pedroia scores, Ortiz scores, Manny gets to third. Talking about a Gold Glove, second baseman Mark Gredzolonic glances off his glove. 2 runs in. It's 4-0 Boston.
Well, Don, I really think the breeze has something to do with that. We talked about it early. It's gusty. It was high enough, and Gredzolonic is sure-handed as you can get. You saw him at the last second back up a couple of steps and have it tip right off the glove. Right here. Looked like to be the sure third out of the inning, and that is a very rare error by Gredzolonic.
A 2-run error. Pedroia scores, Ortiz scores. Manny ends up at third base. First and third, 4-0 now. Boston on top. Euchel is the 9th man to bat. He takes ball 1. The 4 walks allowed by Hochevar ties a season high for him. He had walked 4 Cleveland Indians back on May 3rd. But that was in 6 innings. This is just in 2 2/3.
Fouled off. 1-1 now to Youkilis.
You know, considering the troubles in this inning with the walks, I mean, it looked like he was going to minimize the damage. He walked in a run, but then he got the pop up, and the Red Sox at that point would only had 2 on the board. Instead, with the error, 4 runs across.
From a guy you'd never expect an error from. To right center field. Towards the gap. 1 hop up into the bullpen. Ground rule double will plate Ramirez, and it's a 5-0 Red Sox lead. Youkilis picks up his 34th RBI of the season.
Well, that's the thing that Kevin Youkilis has been doing so well all season long, and that's using the whole field. That ball actually middle in, but hands inside the baseball and drives it a long way outside that Red Sox bullpen. Actually a bad break, the 1 hop in and over the bullpen, because that holds the run of Mike Lowell at third base.
So 9-man bat here in the 3rd inning, and so far 5 of them have scored. Drew got it all started with a base hit to right field to begin the inning. He came around to score. Now bats for the 2nd time in the inning. One and one now to Drew. There is action in the Kansas City pen. Joel Peralta starting to warm up for the Royals.
That double by Youkilis, 16, that ties him with Jose Guillen for the most in the American League. Youkilis all over the leader charts.
Strike 2 to Drew. 1-2. He had 6 shutout innings last time against the Tigers. His toughest outing of the year for Hoshaver was his first outing at Oakland. Gave up a total of 6 earned runs in 4 2/3. Drew to right field, sending Tien back. He's there to make the catch shy of the track to end the inning, but oh, what an inning it was for Boston. 5 runs to 5-0 Boston lead.
Oakland with a big lead now late in the game. They can knock the Red off and go to the red. Now, rookie,
Want to get away? Now you can. Fly to your favorite vacation destinations on Southwest Airlines for as little as $59 one way. Visit southwest.com today.
You are now free to move about the country.
Don't realize they're missing out on a bargain of their life. Hyundai is a great automobile. We have an extended warranty that goes 10 years or 100,000 miles. And J.D. Power says it's one of the best built cars in America. Compared to other cars, it's a very good buy. We put Hyundai into a brand new location across the street from Prime Ford and right next door to Prime Nissan. Come in and take a look at this car. I'll buy the coffee and I'll buy the donuts.
Looking for a Ford car or truck just got easier at coastalmotorgroup.com. Yankee Ford in South Portland, Brunswick Ford in Brunswick, and Rockland Ford in Rockland are the Coastal Motor Group. So if you're looking for a new Ford car or truck, coastalmotorgroup.com has got some fantastic deals. Coastalmotorgroup.com also has an incredible selection of used cars and trucks from up and down the coast. Check us out 24/7, coastalmotorgroup.com. Hey, it's always on, coastalmotorgroup.com.
Spring means it's time to play ball.
Wally's a real deal camp on the mound. Pitches one to Jack, the Jack Baxter quirk. Oh, he brushed him back. They're clearing the bench. This is turning into a brawl. Man, these guys are serious competitors.
They are, and they're out to earn your business. When these traditional rivals take the field, you win. 10 days only. Roe Westbrook and Quirk Portland will play ball.
Top half of the 4th inning, it's now 5-0. Red Sox on top. A 31-minute wait for John Lester as he takes the hill for the top of the 4th inning.
It's Mark Grudzielanek who leads it off. His error leading to 2 of the 5 runs. The Red Sox would score in that inning as he takes the strike.
31-minute wait. Number 31 in the back of John Lester. I can't take credit for that.
I was going to say, you're going to take credit for that. The 0-1 pitch fouled off. 0-2.
Now the big play in the inning. Grudzielanek going back and not being able to make the catch on the pop-up by Lowell. 2 more runs come across.
Swing and a miss. That's the strikeout to his night. And there's the second time Grudzielanek has struck out. Things not going particularly well for him tonight so far.
This ball's supposed to be inside, but it stays up and away. A cut fastball, but still effective for John Lester.
One down here in the 4th inning. Here's Alex Gordon, grounded out second base. High ball to center. Jacoby Ellsbury camped underneath. 2 down.
It's a very aggressive group, as we mentioned at the top. They don't walk very much. 13th in the league in walks. They don't strike out very much, and generally that tells you a club that swings at a lot of first and second pitches.
They're 2 down here in the 4th inning. Now 6 in a row retired by John Lester, and here's Jose Guillen, the DH, who flied out to left field first time up. Strike 1 from Lester. Mentioned earlier the player of the week. Look at the numbers for him. And what was a great week for Guillen. Kansas City with 6 wins in the last 7 games. Up and away, 2-1. Kansas City winning their last 2 road series, beating Cleveland and the Florida Marlins. The center field falling fast. Ellsbury running fast, diving and catching. The final out of the inning. Jacoby Ellsbury laying it out. 5-0 Red Sox.
When a major hospital wanted to add on to their benefits package at no direct cost to the company, their very first word was... Find out more at forbusiness.com.
Introducing an entirely new, altogether inspired resort destination. The new 825-room MGM Grand at Foxwoods. Go Grand.
Dodge is protecting you from high gas prices.
Announcing the Dodge $2.99 gas guarantee.
Right now, when you buy or lease most Dodge vehicles, you'll pay just $2.99 a gallon for gas or diesel in each of the next 3 years for up to the first 12,000 miles per year. It's our $2.99 gas guarantee.
Dodge is coming through for you with relief at the pump just when you need it most. Hurry to your Dodge dealer today for the $2.99 gas guarantee. Let's refuel America.
I need you. I need you every single day, and I want you. I want you every single way, and I need you. I need you every single day, and I want you. I want you every single way, and it's love, it's love, it's love, it's la 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 la, it's love, it's love, it's love, it's la 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 la, it's love.
Ugh, itchy eyes. I need fast relief, but it's gotta last.
Bausch & Lomb Aloe.
Fall.
Here's a nominee for this week's Din Trophy Award-winning Player of the Week, Jacoby Ellsbury in center field. Full speed, diving, and making that catch before it hits the grass. Tune in to the pregame show this Friday to see which play will win this week's Din Trophy award-winning Play of the Week.
First strikeout for Hochevar. Veritek knew it. And there's one away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So one down, Julio Lugo. Grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the 3rd inning. Royals have turned 2 twin killings so far tonight. Dropping the bunt bid, but he pops it up back and out of play.
Hey, puts a peek down at third base. He saw Alex Gordon well behind that bag, so Lugo figured why not try to drop one down. He remains well behind the third base bag.
Lugo's hit safely in 9 of the last 10 games. 2-1. Lugo's got 11 infield hits on the season. Tied for 3rd in the American League. Fouls it off to the right. It's 2-2.
Get the Sunday Globe's award-winning sports coverage every week. Call 800-984-5335 today for 50% off home delivery. The Boston Sunday Globe. Start the week off right. That moon's already moved some, hasn't it? A little bit to the right. It was right there a little while ago.
I'm not going to say anything.
What are those 2 lights above that? Are those spaceships?
One hopper at Grudzielanek with a nice pick to throw out Lugo, and there's 2 down.
It might have been airplanes. See these little things up here?
I'm guessing planes.
Airplanes.
If not, we're really on to something.
No, because the airport's in this direction, so.
I don't know. They could be spaceships.
You never know on this one. It could be.
Jacoby Ellsbury bats with 2 outs, and the base is empty.
That wouldn't be TC's chopper, right? That's already back at the home headquarters in Watertown.
You spent part of the 70s in a bit of a fog. Did you ever see a spaceship before?
That's time. What do you mean I spent 70s? There's TC heading back to Watertown right after the pregame show tonight. How do you know I spent the 70s in a fog?
I've heard stories. You've told me.
I've seen a lot of things.
Yes, that's my point. Yeah. Did you see any spaceships, or thought you did?
I'm sure at times I probably did, but times I might have been on one.
You never get taken on board, right? Or
I'm not, you know,
for a strike and it's 3-1.
You really don't have to know much about my personal life. We all have issues, and we try to get by them. The moon is key. Look at that.
There's a 3rd spaceship now in question.
Right there.
That one's much bigger. Ball 4 and down to first goes Ellsbury with 2 outs.
Tomorrow at noon, visit NESN.com Playground and get to know the newest member of our team, Red Sox reporter and birthday girl Heidi Watney. Heidi will be online live at noon to take your questions, only at the all-new NESN.com. Maybe she'll have a better explanation about what those spaceships are up there.
Well, we look forward to that. With 2 outs, Jacoby Ellsbury has walked 5 walks for Hochevar so far in the game. Now there goes Ellsbury on the first pitch. It's a ball, and the throw down not close.
That jump was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I think Olivo just could have taken that ball, put it in his back pocket. He had no chance at all. Look at Ellsbury, the jump he has, and Olivo still makes the throw, but not even close. So Ellsbury, who was thrown out yesterday, picks up stolen base number 17.
Been successful in each of his first 25 tries to begin his career. And they pitched out yesterday in the 4th inning, did the Milwaukee Brewers, and finally got him. Now he takes off for 3rd. Throw to 3rd is not going to be in time. Almost overslid the bag.
Well, you know, sometimes as a pitcher, once he steals second base, you say, well, okay, he's in scoring position. I'm not going to pay any attention to him, and off he goes.
Ooh. I think the umpire was blocked there, but he may have gotten him coming off the bag. 2-0 pitch is a strike, 2-1.
Let's take another look at the tag at third base. Ellsbury certainly beats it now. Does he come off the bag? Looks like he does. Is the glove on him?
This one line foul back into the seats. 2-2.
Somebody told me Dolly Parton's in the house tonight. Is that true?
Stop it. No way. Really?
I heard that from one of the security guards.
Ball 3, full count. You never know who you're going to see at Fenway Park. You're right.
She is here, isn't she?
Yes.
It's either Pamela Anderson or Dolly Parton. I can't tell which one.
On the ground, Pena to his left. Ends the inning. Red Sox leave Ellsbury at third, take a 5-0 lead to the 5th.
You wanted it to work out here. You wanted it to work right now. You wanted free weekends and free hands. You wanted it to do more and cost less. You wanted your email, text messages, GPS, and MP3s. Your favorite websites, your favorite colors. And tomorrow, you'll want even more. Okay.
Sometimes you get a championship ring for being the best, and sometimes a checking account. Premier Checking from Sovereign. It's one of the best checking accounts on the planet with preferred rates on CDs and home equity loans. Plus over 2,300 Sovereign ATMs, including at most CVS pharmacy locations. Premier Checking, one more way Sovereign works harder for you because you deserve the best.
Nice to see you.
Introducing the Crossover to Mazda event, featuring the sports car-inspired CX-7 and the award-winning CX-9, making now the best time to cross over to Mazda. The 5-passenger CX-7 and 7-passenger CX-9, designed and engineered the Zoom Zoom way.
Zoom, zoom, zoom! Right now, during the Crossover to Mazda event, lease an 08 Mazda CX-7 front-wheel drive Sport for $209 a month for 24 months with $26.72 due at lease signing.
Zoom, zoom. Here's an all-around great deal from Firestone. Buy 4 of these, get $50 toward any of these. Just buy a set of select Firestone tires and get a gift card from the Home Depot worth $50 for a limited time only at your Firestone retailer.
Top half of the 5th inning, Billy Butler leading it off for Kansas City, taking strike 1 from John Lester. Lester's retired the last 8 batters in a row. Butler walked and is only at bat tonight against John Lester. Pitching line is brought to you by Nissan. 4+ for Lester, 58 pitches, 1 walk, 2 Ks. Popped up foul, backing out of play. Veritek giving chase. Well, 10 of the first 14 batters Lester has been ahead of with strike 1, which is always something he's talking about and you hear a lot about from John Lester. Likes to be ahead right out of the gate. And 10 out of 14 for Lester tonight. It's been very successful.
Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen, the announcers for ESPN. Of course, ready to open up the series tomorrow night over at the Garden.
Butler fouls it off, 1-2. Gives us a chance to check out the Aflac trivia question.
Aflac!
And the question tonight is, which three Royals have won more than 20 games in a season? We'll have the answer for you a little bit later.
How about that shot? Isn't that beautiful?
Wow.
That's the space shuttle, isn't it? I didn't know regular aircraft could go to the moon now. In my foggy 70s. You got
to amazing what technology has done. The pitch is swing and a miss for Butler. Third strikeout for John Lester. One down.
Cut fastball from John Lester down and in against Butler. That might be one of the nicest shots we've ever had.
That's beautiful. We expect nothing less from our award-winning director, Michael Narachi.
That was Tommy Guillemette that shot that with his camera.
Top spot has changed a little bit because of the new structure here at Fenway Park. A little higher, I think, than he used to be.
Is he on a bungee cord too?
He used to be. I don't think he is anymore. Well, maybe he is. Yeah, he's tied to the pole. How about that? That's awesome. He could jump right out for fun. Olivo takes the strike, and it's 1-2. He reached on a fielder's choice in the second inning. Strikes out, back-to-back Ks for Lester. 2 down.
Now Lester's making this look very easy right now, attacking these hitters for the Kansas City Royals. He's got the 5-0 lead. Goes up the ladder against Olivo to pick up the strikeout. 4 total now in the game. I believe his high on the season is 6. It is. He did that against the Toronto Blue Jays.
Two down, 10 in a row. Retired by Lester is Mark Teahan. Grounded back to the mound in the second. And take strike one. On the ground at Pedroia at second base. 1, 2, 3, fifth. Halfway through this one, 5-0 Boston.
Hurry in now for Toyota's banner sales event with great deals on a huge selection of Toyotas, like the extremely fuel-efficient 2009 Camry Luxury Edition. Right now, you could lease one for just $199 a month for 36 months. That's the best monthly payment ever. And this Camry standard equipment will more than impress. Or you could save on Camry with 3.9% financing for 60 months. The banner sales event ends June 2nd, so hurry to your New England Toyota dealer today.
That ought to do it.
Assuming you've done enough for retirement doesn't make much sense either. That's why you should invest with Edward Jones to make sure you're on the right track. Because 2 out of 3 Americans are unprepared for retirement. Don't be one of them. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
When I first saw the new Edge, I was totally excited. I couldn't wait to get in and drive it.
We knew people who didn't drive a Ford would be surprised by Ford. So we went all over New England inviting people to drive one.
What I like about it, all the features it has. The on-screen navigation. The Vista roof was huge.
That's insane.
And the sync features. I didn't have to use my hands at all to make any kind of phone call.
Calling Emily.
I would be stoked to have a Ford Edge, I'm not gonna lie.
Get an Edge with $1,000 cash, plus we'll match your down payment up to $1,000, or get 0% with $1,000 cash.
Come on, Otis. Let's go, buddy. Come on. Let's go get in the car.
I thought dogs loved to ride in cars.
Let's go. Come on, here we go.
They do, but not if the car has a stiff, jarring ride.
He's enjoying the trip.
Well, that's because his car has Goodyear Comfort Tread tires.
For a smooth, comfortable ride, get Goodyear Comfort Tread technology. A special layer provides on average 20% more cushion than other passenger car tires. Innovative thinking up here so you can get there. Goodyear, get there.
Save up to $100 when you buy 4 select Goodyear tires at Sullivan Tire now.
David Ortiz leads it off in the bottom of the 5th inning against Luke Hoshaver. As Ortiz has grounded out to second base, walked and scored tonight. Red Sox on top 5-0. Ortiz, Ramirez, and Lowell to face Hochevar in the inning.
Hell, they do put the shift on again. David Ortiz with nobody on base, but a little bit different than most teams, as you'll see. Grzelcyk here just stays home. He doesn't go out in the outfield like most of the second basemen do.
In tight, and it's 2-1 to David. Hochevar about to throw his 90th pitch of the night, expending a great deal of energy in the third inning when he faced 10 batters. It's the inning in which the Red Sox scored 5 times. He's given up a season and career high 5 walks in the game tonight. And 3 of those walks came as part of that third inning. Ball 4, here's another. 6 walks now for Hochevar.
The Amica Pitch Zone is brought to you by Amica Insurance. Get the right auto and home coverage at AmicaCoverage.com. And of course, the last at bat for Manny Ramirez, a very long at bat. Running the count to 2-2. A slider that goes away 3-2. Now he's starting to get some foul balls from Manny and a couple of fastballs down and in. Fouls off another tough pitch on the corner. And then finally Manny drawing the walk.
There's Manny Ramirez, who was grounded out to shortstop, walked and scored. 1 on, nobody out. And he fouls it off. Luke Hochevar, first-round pick by the Royals, first overall pick in 2006. Comes from a very athletic family. His dad, Brian, played with the Denver Nuggets back in 1979. His mother played college basketball in Southern Colorado. Manny drives the 0-1 pitch to center field. David DeJesus is back shy of the track to make the catch. And Ramirez is out number 1 of the 5th. He gives it a ride as he makes a bid for $4.99. He's out number 1.
Now, not the right night for that kind of a fly ball. He didn't quite get it, but if you have the wind blowing out at Fenway, it may have a chance. It's a slider that stays out over the plate, and Manny knew right away, not tonight. Gets up in that cross breeze and it just knocks it down. Now, you know, one of those summer nights with the wind blowing out strong at Fenway, it may get a push.
One down, Ortiz at first. Mike Lowell, the batter. Mike's been on twice tonight, walked in the second inning, reached on an error in the third. A check swing down the third baseline, foul. Let's check on the Aflac trivia question from last inning. Which 3 Royals have won more than 20 games in a season? Former Red Sox player Brett Saberhagen at 23. Steve Busby gave up Jerry Remy's first hit. And Dennis Leonard, 1978, won 21 games. On the ground to third base, Alex Gordon will go to second for 1, on to first, double play to end the bottom of the 5th. We head with the 6th, 5-0 Boston.
The new Samsung Glide from Verizon Wireless. With a responsive touchscreen and slide-out keyboard. You won't be able to keep your hands off of it. The phones you want on the network you want to be on. America's most reliable wireless network, Verizon Wireless.
Dodge is protecting you from high gas prices.
Announcing the Dodge $2.99 gas guarantee.
Right now, when you buy or lease most Dodge vehicles, you'll pay just $2.99 a gallon for gas or diesel in each of the next 3 years for up to the first 12,000 miles per year. It's our $2.99 gas guarantee.
Dodge is coming through for you with relief at the pump just when you need it most. Hurry to your Dodge dealer today for the $2.99 gas guarantee. Let's refuel America.
When you have two good teams, who wins comes down to who wants it more. Same goes for banking. That's why nobody will take better care of you or do more to earn your business than the people at Sovereign. It's that simple. Because at Sovereign, we want you to be the winner.
Open a FlexLock home equity line now while rates are at historic lows. Another way that Sovereign does more to earn your business.
Introducing an entirely new, altogether inspired resort destination. The new 825-room MGM Grand at Foxwoods. Go Grand.
Top of the 6th inning, Esteban Herman to lead it off for Kansas City. Lined out to Kevin Youkilis at first base in the 3rd inning. And takes ball 1 from John Lester, who's now retired the last 11 batters in a row. Fouled off, and it's a ball and a strike to Herman. It's 8-9-1 for the Royals here in the 6th inning. After Herman, we'll see Pena and De Jesus against Lester. So far, he's only given up a walk, and Olivo reached on a fielder's choice through the first 5. The strike makes it 1-2.
Nice changeup mixed in there by John Lester. He's featured a couple of those in this game tonight. Changeup picking up the outside corner.
Swing and a miss. 5 strikeouts for Lester. 1 down in the 6th inning.
All the fastballs, strikeouts coming either on the fastball or the cut fastball. A cutter this time to pick up the strikeout against Herman.
One down for Tony Pena. Grounded out to shortstop first time up. Pena's walked only 4 times on the season in 122 at bats. Takes a strike in the count, 2-1. Pena part of this aggressive swinging Kansas City Royals baseball team. He struck out 27 times. Count evens up at 2-2.
Well, again, the cut fastball here from John Lester, this time away from Pena.
It's a piece and fouls it back. Wind really a gust tonight, blowing from left to right across the outfield. The top of the Kansas City order waiting on deck. David De Jesus with 1 out here in the 6th inning. 5-0 Boston lead. And so far a gem tonight from left-hander John Lester. Fouls it off, stays alive. Red Sox and Royals beginning this 4-game series tonight. First time the Red Sox have seen the Royals on the season. They'll next see them in Kansas City in August. On the ground at Lugo. The high hop. Julio's throw is accurate and in time. 2 down.
Well, Sox fans, remember to tune in to NESN every game night at midnight for Sox in 2. It's the latest matchup in a convenient 2-hour format presented by Ace Ticket, official ticket partner of the Boston Red Sox.
Two down here in the top half of the 6th inning. David DeJesus, the top of the Kansas City Royals order, bats for the 3rd time. He fly deeply to left and grounded out to shortstop. 0 for 2. Strike 1. Lester ahead again. It's been a recurring theme throughout the night. Strike 2, and it's 0-2. A soft breaking ball from Lester. He jumps ahead.
Now throwing all his pitches too. His fastball, his cutter, his breaking ball, his changeup.
He's got 5 2/3 on 80 pitches. Not missing by a whole lot. It's 1-2.
That's a heck of a pitch on an 0-2 count. I mean, it's something as a hitter you have to think about. It's close to the outside corner. DeJesus does take it. It is a ball, but a pretty good 0-2 pitch.
Here's a 1-2 pitch, and it's chopped on 2 hops to Pedroia. Another 1-2-3 inning for John Lester. 5.5 feet, 5-0 Boston.
Want to get away? Now you can. Fly to your favorite vacation destinations on Southwest Airlines for as little as $59 one way. Visit southwest.com today.
You are now free to move about the country.
Please, sir, I really don't know what you want me to say here.
I just want the truth.
But I already told you the truth.
There's this little man inside my head saying, there's something wrong here, Peter.
There's a little man inside your head? Sir, I promise you this is a certified pre-owned BMW.
Then how do you explain those brakes?
Pre-owned, we swear. BMW will make your first 2 months payment now through June 30th, 2008.
2 months Canadians?
You got it.
Man, that's a good beer.
Lots of flavor.
Yeah, but it goes down easy.
It's from Canada. It is beautiful up there.
Well, it's like a postcard.
Good people, too.
Yeah, just good people, living in that beautiful landscape, making this incredibly tasty beer.
That's poetic. Pass the peanuts?
Yeah. With a big taste and a nice finish. Molson Canadian, an honest brew.
Who could that be?
Oh, wow. I'm there for you, buddy.
That was Brad.
He really wants to vent.
We should go.
Ready to vent?
Let's vent.
Let's vent.
Let's vent. Introducing the vented wide mouth can from Coors Light. It lets in air for a smooth, refreshing pour.
Is he okay?
I think we'll be venting a little longer.
Red Sox on top 5-0. Kevin Youkilis leads it off in the bottom of the 6th inning. More Luke Hochevar is back out on the mound for Kansas City. He's had only one real hiccup, and that was back in the 3rd inning. He walked 3. Joel Peralta was back in the 3rd inning, up in the Royals pen. He's back up here in the 6th. Only hits that Hochevar's given up came in the 3rd inning. Breaking ball for strike 2, and it's 1-2. An even 100 now for Hochevar. Youkilis slaps the 1-2 foul.
Tomorrow night, don't miss Globe 10.0. Bob Ryan is joined by Dan Shaughnessy to run down the 10 hottest topics of the day. So tune in tomorrow at 5:30 and get the point.
Back to the slider, and it's on the ground to shortstop Pena. Fires to first for the first out of the inning. It's time for a game break, and Tom Caron, TC.
All right, John, it's brought to you by your New England Toyota dealer. Giovanni Soto hits one off the wall here, deep left center. A little discussion whether or not it left the yard. They agree it didn't matter. Giovanni Soto running all the way around it. Inside the park homer, his 9th homer of the year, a 3-1 lead for the Cubs in Houston. Guys?
All right, TC, thanks very much. Here it's 5-0. The Red Sox on top. This one to the backstop, and he was hit on the pitch. J.D. Drew will head down to first base.
Now, when you look at this ball game, Don, it really could be a 2-0 game at this point. As you see the pitch get to J.D. Drew, or does it? It bounces right in back of that left foot, or in front of it, I should say. Awarded first base by home plate umpire Knight. But that error by Grzelcyk really opened up that inning for the Boston Red Sox in the 3rd.
Lengthy at bat by Ramirez and the walk, which led to another run, but the error itself allowed 2 runs to score. Both Ortiz and Pedroia would score.
That's one when it goes up. You already have F4 written in your scorecard. All of a sudden it turns into an E4, which is for Grzelcyk very unusual.
Veritek fouls it off. Jason has singled tonight and struck out looking. In fact, he owns the only strikeout for Luke Hochshaver in the game. Hochshaver's strikeout high is 6 on the year. This one fouled off into the seats. Hochshaver, who mentioned a first-round draft choice, first overall, pitched in college for the University of Tennessee. Outside 2-2.
Couple of breaking balls to Veritek. That's what he struck him out on back in the 4th inning. Tried it 0-2, tried it 1-2. Neither one for strikes.
Veritek to deep right field. Deep, far, gone. 5th home run of the year for Veritek. 2-run shot, 7-0 Boston.
Well, you could see Olivo. He wanted that fastball away, and the fastball got an awful lot of home plate. Olivo sets up outside, fastball out over. Bye-bye.
Lugo takes strike 1. Veritek with 2 hits tonight. Most recently his 2-run home run. And a 7-0 Red Sox lead. Last home run for Veritek came at Baltimore on the 14th of May off Daniel Cabrera. Going to the count to Lugo. Strike three call. Lugo knew it. Takes with him the second strikeout for O'Shaver, and there's 2 down.
Yeah, both strikeouts for him tonight have been on the breaking ball. Veritek back in the 4th inning. Now Lugo.
New high for O'Shaver. 112 pitches on the night. He's got 2 outs in the 6th inning. Jacoby Ellsbury takes ball 1. Ellsbury grounded out in the 1st, tripled to center field in the 3rd inning, and then walked in the 4th. He stole 2nd, then stole 3rd base after walking in the 4th inning. Now ground ball at Grudzolani. A 2-run shot in the inning for Jason Veritek. Red Sox on top 7-0 headed to the 7th.
It's on. It's on. The spring sales event is going on at Pape Chevrolet. Drive in today and drive out with over $10,000 in savings on select new Silverados, including diesels. The long, cold winter is over and the deals are hot at Pape Chevrolet. Save up to $4,000 on a new Impala. Save up to $7,500 on a new Avalanche. Tahoe, Suburbans, up to $8,500 off. It's time to come out and save at Pape's spring sales event in South Portland or online at papechevrolet.com.
Carl, can you see the pen? I'm going to ask you to do a test. It's called the one-leg stand. You raise your right foot up, stand on one leg. Stand here just like this. Do it. I'm not going to do any more tests. I'm going to place you under arrest for operating under the influence.
Maine Beverage Company wants you to know a designated driver is the right choice every time.
Spring means it's time to play ball. Wally, the real deal camp on the mound. Pitches one to Jack, the Jack Baxter quirk. Oh, he brushed him back. They're clearing the bench. This is turning into a brawl. Man, these guys are serious competitors. They are, and they're out to earn your business. When these traditional rivals take the field, you win. 10 days only. Roe Westbrook and Quirk Portland will play ball.
It was uncommon. Shelley Pingree had the courage to oppose the war in Iraq from the beginning, even when other Democrats supported George Bush.
I stood up against the war and what it would cost our country. It's time to invest the $400 million we spend each day in Iraq here at home on affordable health care, job creation, and education our kids can count on. I'm Shelley Pingree, and I approve this message because it's time to finally change Washington.
7-0. The Red Sox on top as we head to the top half of the 7th inning. And it's strike one to Mark Grudzolani. 2 base runners against Lester tonight. A walk for Butler in the 2nd. Olivo reached on a fielder's choice also in the 2nd inning. Back to Lester. 1 down.
5 strikeouts so far in the game for John Lester, all of them either on fastballs or cut fastballs. As he gets Grudzolani twice, Butler, Olivo, and Herman, and also a great defensive play behind him in center field by Jacoby Ellsbury, and the scoreboard will tell you the rest of the story.
1 down for Alex Gordon, who is 0 for 2. He's grounded out to second base, flied out to center. Way in, it's 1-1. Here's the story. Not missing by a lot. It's 2-1. Lester wanted that one too when he falls behind 3-1.
Well, John Lester thought he had a strike on the corner, knee high. Very close.
Strike, and it's 3-2. Well, prior to this, John Lester's best outing of the year. No decision against Toronto. 8 innings, 1 hit performance in which he gave up no runs. Of course, the Red Sox had a walk-off when he left and a scoreless tie at the time against Toronto. Fouled off. We'll do it again with a count of 3-2. Fly ball left field. Manny Ramirez settling underneath. 2 down in the 7th. .92 pitches thrown by Lester through 6 2/3. He's now retired the last 16 batters in a row. Jose Guillen 0 for 2. He's flied out to left and lined out to the center fielder. Lines it foul back into the seats. Tom Werner, John Henry looking on as Lester jumps ahead 0-2.
94 with that last fastball, rising and up and away from Guillen.
It's been a 5 strikeout night for John Lester so far. Ball 1-2.
Lester shook off a couple of pitches from Veritek. Wanted to go inside with the fastball. Goes up and in.
Swinging a foul tip for Guillen.
After the up and in fastball, back to the curveball from Lester, and Guillen just gets a piece of it to foul it off right toward the end of the bat.
2 outs, 7th inning. And a 1-2 to Guillen. Struck him out. 6 strikeouts for Lester. 7th inning stretch from Fenway. 7-0 Red Sox, and it's time for a Sports Desk update with John Chandler.
Thanks a lot, Don. Hey, everybody. 41 points from Paul Pierce was good enough to send the Celtics on to the Eastern Conference Finals, where they will meet up with the Detroit Pistons. We've got your series preview tonight on Sports Desk, presented by FWN, home of Frank Webb's Bat Centers, a trusted part of your home remodeling team. Enjoy the game, and we'll get you back out to Fenway Park after this quick timeout. Keep it right here on Nessie.
We have a lot of energy. You know, boys are a lot of movement and a lot of noise and a lot of fun. And they all have their different tastes and what they like. If I'm lucky, I do one big shopping each week. I shop at Stop & Shop because I can go there and I can get everything that I need. Without running to 5 different stores, I can get my shampoo at the lower price, and then I can go and get my vegetables in the next aisle. I know I don't have to worry about comparing prices. My name is Sarah Christie, and Stop & Shop works for me.
Sometimes you get a championship ring for being the best, and sometimes a checking account. Premier Checking from Sovereign. It's one of the best checking accounts on the planet, with preferred rates on CDs and home equity loans. Plus over 2,300 Sovereign ATMs, including at most CVS pharmacy locations. Premier Checking, one more way Sovereign works harder for you, because you deserve the best.
Nice to see you.
Jeep is giving you protection from high gas prices.
Announcing the Jeep $2.99 gas guarantee.
Right now, when you buy or lease most Jeep vehicles, you'll pay just $2.99 a gallon for gas or diesel in each of the next 3 years for up to the first 12,000 miles per year. It's our $2.99 gas guarantee.
Jeep is coming through for you with relief at the pump, just when you need it most. Hurry to your Jeep dealer today for the $2.99 gas guarantee. Let's refuel America.
Coming up after the game, it's WB Mason's Extra Innings with Tom Karen, Dennis Eckersley, and Heidi Watney. You'll get all the reaction from tonight's matchup against the Royals, including manager Terry Francona's live press conference, plus Eck breaks down the key plays of tonight's game. It's all coming up right after the game, and it's live on NESN.
7-0, the Red Sox on top. As we head to the last half of the 7th, Alberto Calaspo takes over at second base. For Kansas City, a new pitcher for the Royals, Joel Peralta.
Peralta making his 11th appearance, 13 innings total, 13 hits and 9 earned runs. He's walked 2 and struck out 14. Opponents hitting .255 off Peralta.
Pedroia, Ortiz, Ramirez. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Pedroia's fly to center, walked and scored and grounded to short.
Peralta started the season down at Omaha, was called up when John Bale was hurt. Last year, his first season in the big leagues.
Popped up right side. Velasco just into the game, makes the catch. The wind played with that. Well, this is the Coors Light 6th inning, and it's time now for the Coors Light freeze game. And what a catch by Jacoby Ellsbury in center field, part of the great defense that's been played tonight behind John Lester. Coors Light freeze can brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing. David Ortiz with 1 out. Take strike 1. Ortiz grounded out to second base in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, walked in the 5th. 6 walks tonight for Luke Hochevar before leaving the game, the Kansas City starter. Left center for Ortiz. The wind is going to send it in the direction of Herman, who steps over to make the catch. De Jesus went all the way back to the warning track, and there's 2 down.
Well, the Marriott Copley weekend, the official headquarter hotel of the Boston Red Sox, has the perfect Boston weekend getaway. It's the Grand Slam baseball package that includes 2 tickets to a Red Sox game. For reservations and more information, call the Grand Slam hotline at 617-937-5600. The Boston Marriott Copley Place.
2 outs here in the last half of the 7th inning. Another chance for Manny Ramirez. He's grounded out, walked, and flied out. The walk came with the bases loaded back in the 3rd inning, good for his 28th RBI of the season. Ball 1.
John Lester by himself in the dugout with nobody in conversation with him.
Only ducking out of the way of a breaking ball. It's now 2-0.
Almost ducked into it. Manny's head drops to the inside corner.
Where he thought it was going, where it ended up, 2 entirely different places. Down the 3rd baseline foul. 2-1 now to Ramirez. Buddha up now in the pen. 2-1 the count to Ramirez. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the right field line wind will give it a push into the seats. Jordan's Furniture is the official furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Log on to jordans.com for New England's largest selection of brand name furniture and mattresses. John Lester alone in his thoughts. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. He'll get ready to take the mound in the 8th. Swing and a miss for Ramirez. Strikes out to end the 7th. We'll go to the 8th with the Red Sox on top 7-0.
Hey, you gotta hurry in for this Mercury offer. Right now, get big savings on the 29 mile per gallon Mercury Milan. For a limited time, lease Milan with no charge moonroof, 6-disc CD changer, and Sirius satellite radio for $199 a month. You've gotta put Mercury on your list.
You just randomly upload. We're so jealous. What was that?
It's nothing. Yeah.
Every sip gets you closer to clothing, vacations, millions of songs from Amazon MP3 and more. Sign up at PepsiStuff.com.
Go to Hess Express today for your favorite Pepsi products. Get 2 for only $2.22. That's right, 2 for $2.22 only at Hess Express.
Come on, Otis. Let's go, buddy. Come on. Let's go get in the car.
I thought dogs loved to ride in cars.
Let's go. Come on, here we go.
They do, but not if the car has a stiff, jarring ride.
He's enjoying the trip.
Well, that's because his car has Goodyear Comfort Tread tires.
For a smooth, comfortable ride, get Goodyear Comfort Tread technology. A special layer provides on average 20% more cushion than other passenger car tires. Innovative thinking up here so you can get there. Goodyear, get there.
Save up to $100 when you buy 4 select Goodyear tires at Sullivan Tire now.
We wish you were on a deal day. We wish you were on a deal day. We wish you were on a deal day. And an awesome new fall.
It's Red Hot Deal Days at Verizon Wireless. Celebrate any way you know how. Get to Verizon Wireless and get up to 50% off phones made for messaging, like the BlackBerry Curve, the LG NV2, the Samsung Glide, or the Moto Q9M, now just $79.99. And they all come with America's most reliable wireless network, Verizon Wireless.
Hey, you gotta hurry in for this Mercury offer. Right now, get big savings on the 26 mile per gallon Mercury Mariner. For a limited time, get Mariner with no charge moonroof, 6-disc CD changer, and Sirius satellite radio at these great.
The Red Sox on top as we head to the top half of the 8th. And the first pitch, a strike to Billy Butler. Lester has retired 17 batters in a row. Only 2 base runners for Kansas City, a walk and a fielder's choice. It's been it. The 0-1. Missing for a ball, 1-1. Changes for the Red Sox. Into the game is Coco Crispin to center. From center to left moves Jacoby Ellsbury. And Manny Ramirez's night is over. We got plenty of speed out in that Boston outfield now. A 1-1 to Butler. Rolled foul down the third baseline. It's an even 100 now for Lester. Most he's thrown this season, 112. That was in 6-inning effort at Tampa Bay and a win. Two and 2. He misses at 94 miles per hour. It's been a 6 strikeout night for John Lester. Butler now, but Olivo on deck. Strike 3 call. Make it 7 Ks for Lester. 1 down in the 8th.
Second time he has got Butler tonight. This time with a fastball right down the middle of the plate.
One out for Miguel Olivo. Reached on a fielder's choice in the second. One of only 2 base runners. And then struck out in the 5th. Is down 0-1.
Continues to get ahead of hitters. We had the 5 strikeouts, 6 now, and of course a lot of ground ball outs for John Lester in this game.
Olivo fouls it off, and it's 0-2.
Right now there become nerves everywhere. The fans sense things. The players behind Lester sense things. They want to make sure they're in the perfect spot.
Talk about Lester's importance of getting ahead. 17 of 23 first pitch strikes tonight. This one line foul. Something that has been pounded into his head. He's talked a great deal about over the last few years. Number of pitches thrown seemed like a lot. The first 5 innings a lot. That first pitch strike. And again 17 of 23 tonight. He's got it going on. Ball 1-1-2. Two and 2 his record coming into tonight with a 3.95, his 11th start and his best. Strike 3. Back-to-back Ks, 8 in all for Lester, 2 down in the 8th.
With 2 strikes, they went up and out of the strike zone on purpose to see if Olivo would chase something. They get his sights set on something high, then right back to the deuce. The curveball down in the dirt. Veritek will apply the tag. 2 quick outs here in the 8th, both by strikeout.
107 the pitch count. 2 outs in the 8th, and Mark Tien's the batter. Goes around, says home plate umpire Brian Knight. Talked about the ground outs. Tien has grounded out twice back to the mound and to second base. 0 for 2 tonight. 0-2. Fenway stands as 1 with 2 outs in the 8th. Fouled off by Tien to stay alive. There's only been 2 base runners. Butler walked with 1 out in the second. Olivo reached on a fielder's choice when Butler was erased at second base. Kansas City's not had a base runner since the second.
Dames en heren, we gaan beginnen!
Exceptionally brewed for a taste that's pure Amsterdam. Amstel Light, one damn good beer.
Tonight after Red Sox coverage, join John Chandler for Sportsnet presented by FW Webb, home of Frank Webb's Bass Centers. See what lies ahead for the Celtics as they get ready for the Eastern Conference Finals. Plus, who are the fantasy ballers and who are the fallers? Find out tonight on Sportsnet immediately following Red Sox coverage.
It's on to the last of the 8th. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Yasuhiko Iabuda
12 seasons in the Japanese Pacific League, first here in the United States, and you see the numbers for Yabuda.
Mike Lowell leads it off here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And what could be an historic night at Fenway Park. The Red Sox on top 7-0. The pitch outside 2-0. Sure, we've talked about this theory of giving up your at-bats late in the game. This might be one of those situations.
Maybe someday it'll catch on.
Yep. Red Sox just giving up their outs to get Lester back to the hill. In center field, David DeJesus had started back, now needs to come in, and he makes the catch for out number 1.
Following the game tonight, it's Granite City Electric's expert execs with Tom Caron, Dennis Eckersley, and Heidi Watney. You'll hear all the reaction from the Red Sox clubhouse, plus a look ahead to rookie Justin Masterson's second start. It's all coming up after the game, and it's live on NESN.
One down for Kevin Youkilis. 1 for 3 tonight, a double back in the 3rd inning. And it's strike 1 from Kabuta. Youkilis got an RBI, and they double in the 3rd. So it skips to the backstop. Ball and a strike.
A strange award that he won in 2007 in the Japanese Pacific League, the best middle relief award. I don't recall one of those given out. Best middle relief award.
A very important area. On the ground to third base, Gordon to his left. Youkilis is out number 2 of the 8th. J.D. Drew, 1 for 2, hit by a pitch tonight, scored 2 runs. He's hit a single back in the 3rd inning, part of a 5-run 3rd for Boston. Strike 1.
They'll do up in the 9th, the 8, 9, and 1 spot in the Royals lineup.
Herman Pena DeJesus to bat against Lester. Strike 2, and it's 0-2. Swing and a miss, and a quick 8th inning. Red Sox coming up. Lester will make his way to the mound. We'll keep it right here at Fenway Park as he does. Lester has thrown 113 pitches in the game tonight. It's the most pitches he has thrown at any point this season. John Henry has made his way down to his spot in the seats to the right of the Red Sox dugout. And of course, last year we enjoyed the incredible historic night at Fenway Park for another young Boston pitcher. September the 1st, Clay Buchholz, and some great plays behind him to make it possible. As Pedroia, of course, the diving bid, the best play behind him in the night. And of course, ending it on a curveball to Nick Markakis.
And one great play tonight behind John Lester very early in the ball game. The line drive to center field. At that particular time, Jacoby Ellsbury was in center field and made a terrific catch on Guillen. And that's where we stand as we go to the top of the 9th.
Again, there have been only 2 base runners for Kansas City tonight, with 1 out in the 2nd. Billy Butler walked. And then Miguel Olivo reached on a fielder's choice when Butler was erased 5-4. So Butler and Olivo on a walk on a fielder's choice. Olivo the last base runner for Kansas City, and that was in the second. Red Sox have made one defensive change. Lugo comes out, Cora comes in. All eyes on the left-hander John Lester for the ninth. Fenway Park is standing to begin the ninth. Esteban Herman leads it off and takes ball one. Herman's 0 for 2. He's lined out to first base and struck out swinging. Lester's got 8 Ks. Two and 0.
Ball that Herman hit early in the game, a line drive to Youkilis, who was well off the line and right at him. Youkilis well off the line again.
Ball 3, and it's 3-0. One walk for Lester in his outing. Action in case. Chris Smith up in the Red Sox pen. Added to the team yesterday. There's a strike, 3-1. Herman now, Tony Pena on deck. Ball 4, and a leadoff walk for Esteban Herman. His second walk surrendered tonight by John Lester. And the first base runner for Kansas City since the second inning. Breaks up a string of 20 in a row retired by Lester. Here's Pena. He's done the same thing twice. Let's ground out to the shortstop. Swing and a miss.
I'm a little bit surprised to see Youkilis holding the runner on first base. 7-0 ball game.
Chopped high, Lowell throws to first for the out. Up to second goes Herman, but there's one down now in the ninth.
Boy, I saw that ball bounce in front of home plate. You just hoped it was not too high. You can see Lowell getting himself in a good position to make the throw, catch and throw. And Youkilis staying in contact with that first base bag.
Two of the best corner guys in baseball. And Lowell at third, Youkilis at first. The combination gets it done for out number 1. Herman's at second. Here's De Jesus, who's 0 for 3. Inside for a ball. You think about this John Lester story, a guy who battled back from cancer and then was on the mound for the clinching game of the World Series last year for the Red Sox, the winner in Game 4 in Colorado. And now has one out in the ninth inning in what could be another historic night for John Lester. Fouled off, and it's 1-1.
Now, John Lester has been aggressive all night. He's been ahead of most of the hitters he's faced in this game tonight. He's worked at a very quick pace.
The 1-1. Just off the outside edge, and he falls behind 2-1. Young Clay Buchholz knows what this is all about.
Yeah, he probably knows exactly what's going through Lester's mind right now.
Swing and a miss, and it's even at 2-2.
Excellent cut fastball from Lester as he cuts it to the outside part of the plate.
This would be the 125th pitch of the night for John Lester. Far and away the most he's thrown at any time. 2-2. On the ground to first baseman Kevin Youkilis, who will take it himself, and there's 2 down in the 9th. Lester is 1 out away.
Another great pitch by Lester. After the cut fastball away, goes back inside and jams DeJesus for a weak ground ball to first base. Back inside, that's where Veritek wanted it. They tie him up, and they get a little dribbler down the first base.
Herman at third with 2 outs. Alberto Calaspo came in defensively, bats for the first time. Fouls it off to the right, and it's 0-1. Fenway Park stands as one with 2 outs. Oh, 2 to Calaspo. Lester's a strike away. Up top for a ball, 1-2. One and 2 the count. Calaspo lines it foul. Stays alive. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 9th inning. Strikes out. John Lester's thrown a no-hitter at Fenway. He no-hits the Kansas City Royals.
John Lester, a no-hitter. Where do you rank this moment in your life?
Probably one of the best ever. You know, it's really, words can't describe it right now.
When did you first start thinking about pitching a no-hitter?
Really didn't. Just tried to focus on throwing one pitch at a time and going after guys and staying focused and not worrying about the score or how many hits or, you know, whatever they were doing.
What was going through your mind as you were heading out to pitch in the ninth?
Just try to finish the game. You know, I can't lie, it went through my head a couple times in the ninth, but, you know, it just worked out.
19 of 28 first pitch strikes. How important was it to get ahead of the hitters?
Very important. I mean, that's one thing John and I have worked on all year, and just try to get after guys, and you know, if you get ahead, you can dictate, you know, what you want to do with them.
All right, so what special gift are you going to get for Jacoby Ellsbury for that catch in the fourth?
I don't know. We'll work something out.
You shared a moment with Terry Francona just now. What did he say to you?
He just said he was proud of me, and you know, I've been through a lot the past couple of years, and he's been like a second dad to me, and you know, it's just a special moment right there.
Congratulations, John.
Thank you.
Back to you, Don.
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. Another amazing night at Fenway Park, historic at that. John Lester has thrown a no-hitter as the Red Sox win it 7-0 from Fenway. We're back with more. Lester making his way down to the Red Sox clubhouse. John Henry not far behind him.
Well, let's take a look at the final out of the ball game. It was just a high fastball by Galaspo. And you can imagine all the things going through John Lester's mind after that swing and miss. I mean, you know, for me, Don, players, they all start thinking about it at the 7th inning, and tension grows and grows and grows. You don't want to be the guy to make the mistake. Lester had to be thinking about it, and what a finish. After what this guy has been through, this is a special, special night at Fenway Park.
It's amazing that this crew has enjoyed it 2 years in a row now. Clay Buchholz last year, John Lester this year, and here's that moment that Lester just spoke of with Terry Francona.
And as usual, in a no-hitter, there always seems to be one great play, at least one great play behind. And of course, it was early in the game, Jacoby Ellsbury with a beautiful catch in center field. And again, we look at the celebration after the final strikeout.
Jared, I'll be back here at Fenway Park with much more, but here's Tom Curran with a preview of what's coming up on WB Mason's Extra Innings. TC?
All right, Don, thanks very much. We'll have live post-game press conference. We'll hear from John Lester, get clubhouse reaction. We'll hear from Jason Veritek, the first catcher in Major League history to catch 4 no-hitters in his career. Then we'll get Dennis Eckersley to talk about his no-hitter back in the day as well. It's all coming up on WB Mason's Extra Innings.
Check this out. With this controller, your character will mimic your exact motions. See? Sweet. Now throw me a pitch, just like we're outside.
Wanna get away? Now you can. Fly to your favorite vacation destinations on Southwest Airlines for as little as $59 one way. Visit southwest.com today.
You are now free to move about the country.
The winner of Europe's SUV of the year with 200 turbocharged horses. You done? The all-new Volkswagen Tiguan. Wait, Europe's SUV of the year? You're so compact, you're practically my size.
Europeans are crazy.
Technically, I'm European.
Exactly. Woo!
Wait, I had a clever comeback.
Okay, so you're all set with Verizon Fios. Pretty amazing picture, huh?
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Picture quality the experts call stunning. This is what happens when Verizon brings fiber optics straight to your home. This is Fios. This is big.
Enter the ring raffle today, and you could snag an actual 2007 World Series ring. How's that sound for a souvenir?
Boston Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by New England Ford dealers, Dunkin' Donuts, Kia, Foxwoods Resort Casino, Land Rover, Las Vegas Tourism, Olympia Sports, the official sporting goods retailer of the New England Sports Network, Subaru Outback, and by Southwest Airlines.
The play of the game is brought to you by Foxwoods Resort Casino, and it's going to be the final strikeout for John Lester to cap off his no-hit performance tonight at Fenway Park. 9 strikeouts for John Lester, gets Galaspo, and the celebration begins.
The no-hitter for Lester, the win for the Red Sox 7-0. Jerry Remy and Heidi Watney. I'm Don Orsillo saying goodnight from Fenway Park. Visit thenewNesson.com for New England sports. Live online. This has been a presentation of Nesson, New England's most watched sports network. Join Tom Caron after the break in the Nesson HD Television Center.
Check this out. With this controller, your character will mimic your exact motions. See?
Sweet.
Now throw me a pitch, just like we're outside.
Want to get away? Now you can. Fly to your favorite vacation destinations on Southwest Airlines for as little as $59 one way. Visit southwest.com today.
You are now free to move about the country.
Hurry in now for Toyota's banner sales event with great deals on a huge selection of Toyotas. Like Tacoma, named a smart choice for fuel costs. And right now you could save with $500 cash back. Or you could get $500 cash back on an FJ Cruiser, recognized for having the lowest ownership costs in its class. Or you could save $1,500 with cash back on 4Runner, a winner for best overall value. The banner sales event ends June 2nd, so hurry to your New England Toyota dealer today.
You don't have to be Indy to play Indy. Play the Reveal the Secret game at Burger King for a chance to win a Hummer H2 adventure, tons of other prizes, or even $1 million. Every game piece could win.
I'm so sorry. When I'm not busy with work, I'm busy with something else. So of course I make a lot of calls. Take a flight in the morning. But with Comcast, I don't give my phone bill a second thought. I know you're not gonna believe this, but once again, I lost. Plus I can check my voicemail online, which is great. And I get all kinds of features to keep me in touch. Or not. Get unlimited calling from home and great features too with Comcast Digital Voice. Just $29.99 per month for 6 months. It's Comcastic.
Tom Caron with you back here at our SNHD Television Center. John Lester has thrown the 18th no-hitter in Boston Red Sox history, the first left-handed pitcher to do it for the Red Sox since Mel Parnell back in 1956. Bring in Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley, who threw one himself back in 1977. You can tell us what's going on in his mind in the 9th inning.
I mean, I was so excited for this kid. A 7-0 game, and I was just, riveted to the TV set. And he just seemed so calm in the 9th inning, like he was so focused all night. And to watch him in the postgame talking about it, he just seemed to be, he should be excited out of his mind, but he just seems so casual, and he'd never completed a game before in the big leagues,
First complete game.
It's just an incredible night for this kid. He's come from so far with the cancer and to this point, and the World Series, and to this point, it's unbelievable. I think he doesn't know what's hit him yet.
But 2006 diagnosed with cancer, 2007 the winner in the World World Series Game 4, the clincher, and in 2008, the emotion of a no-hitter. The first Red Sox lefty to do it in more than 50 years. We will take a break and come back and hear John Lester talk about his night of history when W.B. Mason's Extra Innings comes your way next.
Closed captioning for Red Sox baseball on Nesson is brought to you by Aflac. Ask about it at work.
You are in a relationship with running, a love-hate relationship. Running kicks you out of a warm bed and into a cold, hard world. Every day with running is a question of your commitment, and running's not afraid to ask. Yes, my friend, it is a complex and torrid affair. It is a constant balance, a balance between love and hate. This is the new balance.
Get it at Olympia Sports.
You neglected to mention the sleeper sofa. I forgot all about the air hockey table. Reluctantly helping my friend move.
Get going with the one and only taste of a Dunkin' iced coffee and reluctantly help your friend move. America runs on Dunkin'. Purchase any breakfast sandwich combo and get a free Red Sox poster. Collect all 4.
Have you ever felt small? I mean, really, really tiny, like a speck of nothingness. You could be big time, like me. How do you get bigger? By doing big things. Huge, enormous things. You can make a big move right now. Vegas right now. Vegas right now is new nightclubs like The Bank, Moon, and Privé, and new shows like Cirque du Soleil's Love, Celebration of the Beatles. Find it all at visitlasvegas.com. Live large. Do Vegas right now.
Nesson.com.
KFC Famous Bowls, freshly prepared with our home-style mashed potatoes, layered with sweet corn, all-white meat, crispy chicken, and topped with our signature gravy and 3-cheese blend. Life tastes better with KFC.
Strikes out. John Lester's thrown a no-hitter at Fenway. He no-hits the Kansas City Royals.
What a night at Fenway Park. John Lester throws a no-hitter, the first complete game of his major league career. It's a no-hitter, and the Red Sox win the game 7-0. A jubilation at the ballpark, and we're here to wrap it up for you. We'll get you John Lester's post-game press conference live, but welcome into WB Mason's Extra Innings. Tom Carroll along with Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley. When did you first start seeing? We were talking about in the fifth inning. We said we were watching and saying he had the kind of stuff that could get it done.
You know, he started off slowly as far as punching people out. In about the last 5 innings, he punched out 7 guys, but it just looked dramatically, you know, I mean, with, you know, fastballs right by guys. It's like everything he wanted to do, he was doing. A lot of swings and misses, which made it just, you know, dominant, I thought, over the last 5 innings. But did we think he was? I think, you know, anytime you get to the 5th inning, you start to think about it. But we were in the 4th inning thinking about it.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's never been in this territory to begin with a complete game, to say the least. But, you know,
the pitch count
the
was the highest, 130. I mean, this is uncharted waters for him, and frankly, uncharted waters for the Red Sox. Very few left-handed pitchers have ever thrown no-hitters for the Red Sox. Obviously, Fenway Park is part of the reason. You know the history there, and you look, just to give you a little perspective there, that's Jesse Tannehill in 1904, not 2004. John Lester obviously does it tonight. First one in more than 50 years. Mel Parnell in 56. Dutch Leonard had a couple in the teens, and that one in 1904. That's it. 5 Red Sox lefties ever. Only 3 of them ever thrown by a lefty at Fenway Park. And you can see the headline from when Mel Parnell threw his no-hitter. And this is remarkable stuff for a young lefty who just is trying to prove that he can be dominant at this level. You said in the pregame, this guy can be a star. I didn't know if you said
tonight. This guy's going to be a great pitcher someday. I didn't know it was going to be today, this soon. But, you know, he went out. You know, we got on him a lot about not going after hitters. Tonight he went after first pitch strikes, 19 out of 28. I mean, that says it all right there. He was going after guys. I think he felt very confident from the get-go. And then the more he went on to this game, the more confident he felt. And this is as dominant as I've seen him throw, because everything he was trying to do, I think not so much height-wise, but when he wanted to come inside, he came inside. When he wanted to go away, he wanted to go away, and he was up when he wanted to go up and down when he wanted to go down. I know it sounds simple, but he just was in complete command, and punch-outs galore at the end. I've never seen this kid. You know, this guy's always had confidence, but, you know, right at the end of a no-hitter like that, he's like, yay, yay, well, I would have been out of my tree.
But let's not forget what this kid has been through, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want perspective? John Lester has perspective on life and where baseball fits into that. But you looked at me during the game. I like that about him,
but I couldn't have been like that. That's all I know.
You looked at me during the game and said he's getting better as it goes on. And again, the fifth inning was kind of the point. 2 strikeouts through the first 4 innings. Then he comes out for the fifth, and he strikes out Butler and Olivo, and all of a sudden you're watching him really string together.
That's his signature pitch, that cutter down and in, strike 3, and then high cheese. So, I mean, he was doing everything he wanted. Down and in, high fastball. It said Tecum here right here. You know, good breaking ball right there, ground ball. But then he comes back in the 8th inning and punches a couple guys out. I think Butler and Olivo.
Butler and Olivo
again on the same kind of thing.
Gets back through him to the 8th.
You got to give credit to Veritek there, because, you know, he's trying to corral this kid, because he's throwing the ball so well the last 3 innings. You need a catcher to take you to the house, and I think that has a lot to do with Veritek, and that being his 4th no-hitter from a different pitcher. I don't know which is which the most. 4 no-hitters by a catcher?
Yeah, they're both major league records. No one's ever caught 4 no-hitters. Jason Veritek.
So
now,
some credit there.
Nomo in 01, Derek Lowe in 02, obviously Buckholz last year, and now John Lester, and he was 1 out away from getting a Kurt Schilling one last year in that game out in Oakland in June. There it is, the first catcher ever to catch 4 no-hitters. You can see the guys who caught 3 over their career, and the fact that it's 4 different pitchers, I think, does make it that much more spectacular. We talked about the 5th inning there. He blew away Jose Guillen with a fastball to end the 7th inning, and then came back out, as you said, Butler and Olivo again in the 8th inning. And this is when you realize that this was going to be a special night.
You did, and I just thought the way that he did it, it's like he knew what he was going to do. I mean, he just did what he's trying to do, and Veritek sort of got him and took him to the house, is what he did. But here in the 8th inning, you know, this is where you think he's going to get tired. A lot of pitches, fastball right there, inner half, looking Butler. Next up, Olivo is going to throw a curveball in the dirt, I think. Yes, after a fastball he'd thrown out of the zone to change his eye level. He just was doing what he wanted to do. I mean, he's as confident as there is. I think this kid, he may not say it, but I think he's thinking no-hitter. You have to be. I mean, I've been there. After you get to the 5th inning, it's no time. I'm doing the same thing in the dugout. I don't want anybody to talk to me. I don't know. You'd have to ask him what happened, but that's what I was all about. Don't even think about talking to me, because I'm thinking no after 5 innings.
Esteban Herman to lead off the 9th inning, his second walk of the game. He walks Herman there. Suddenly he's got a pitch out of the stretch now. Hasn't done that since inning number 2, and all of a sudden things could get a little different here in the 9th inning.
So this is a tough time for him right here. He's got Pena up here. He walks him on, you know, 5 pitches, and you're wondering, you know, he might be getting tired, but he's got Pena up here, throws in there, hoping this isn't too high of a chop. Lowell makes the play there. Luckily, that's not a cheap base hit to end the no-hitter. And then that's a great pitch right there to De Jesus. Fastball in, jams him. 3 unassisted, and I'll tell you what, this is when it's nerve-wracking. I thought, you know, the first baseman there, Euclid, don't say anything. Just flip the ball to him, because how many times in your life do you walk to that mound with 2 outs for the no-hitter? I mean, I'm telling you what.
Well, again, we saw Schilling do it last year.
Chilling, I'm
2
telling
outs
you.
away, and you got to get that last one. Now, the interesting subplot to this is Mark Grudzielanek has the best batting average in Major League Baseball, but they'd sub for him earlier in the game. So you got Alberto Calaspo taking his first at-bat of the night.
I never thought I'd have to say this guy's name, but Alberto came to the bat, and I don't care who it is. I mean, the last out, anything can happen. This guy can make a star for himself. I mean, I never heard of this guy, but he could have been on ESPN all night long with a base hit right here, and he punches him out on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and he just goes yay. I think Veritek's more excited than he was.
Right in the middle of it all, John Lester, the eye of the celebration, and not even a lot of dramatic moments to this one. Usually you have a couple of major catches. You had the one. You had Ellsbury making a great catch off Guillen to end the fourth inning.
They really only hit the ball hard twice. I think there was a line drive to Euclid early on, and then you see Guillen right here hit the line drive to center field. This ball's falling quick, but you got the right guy out there. Did he know that he was going to throw a no-hitter? He could have pulled up in the fourth inning, but, you know, he makes a big play right there. But those were the two hardest hit balls of the night. But what an incredible game by Lester. This guy is learning leaps and bounds as we speak.
Well, and you heard him after talking to Terry Francona. He said, I've been through a lot the last couple of years, and I think that's about the understatement of the night here at Fenway Park.
Maybe that's what makes him so calm about this whole thing. You know, he's been a lot of places that a lot of us haven't been, you know, over the last couple of years. So I'm thrilled for this kid.
Well, you heard him describe Terry Francona as a father figure in a lot of ways. Terry Francona spoke to the media just a couple of moments ago. Let's hear what he had to say about John Lester's no-hitter.
That's what that was in your words?
I don't remember. I really don't. You know, this probably isn't fair to say, but I mean, I feel like my son graduated, and then my son threw a no-hitter. I mean, just, you know, it couldn't happen to a better kid. And that's probably selfish on my part to even say something like that, but I think it's obvious how we feel about this kid.
You said that you were like a second father to him during the course of the interview.
Well, I take that as a huge compliment. He's a wonderful kid, not because he threw a no-hitter. He's a good kid because he's a good kid. We're proud of him all the time, but to watch him do that tonight was beyond words. And I'll try to, you know, I'm trying to put it into words, but it's hard because, I mean, what a story. You know, and to see him do that was, again, you feel like a proud parent. I know we have no right to say that, but probably how we feel.
Terry, what did he have going for him tonight?
Everything. You know what, in about the fourth inning, John and I were talking Farrell, and we were kind of commenting how he was going back and forth, up and down, changing speeds, working quick, you know, attacking the zone, but different eye levels, different speeds, different planes. It was good. It was good. He got into a pretty good flow. And again, Jacoby made the one catch, but he got into a flow where he was attacking the strike zone with all his pitches in different locations.
How tough a catch was Jacoby's catch?
It was a great catch. I mean, when you have that type of ability, you can do it, but no, it was a great catch. Got a good jump, and that was a nice play.
It's kind of well documented over the winter how much you and John Farrell both didn't want to see John get traded. How much is this kind of reinforced with what you guys were doing?
No, we you know what, we felt like we felt, and we feel like we feel, and just, you know, I'm happy for every, I mean, we won the game, which is what we came to do, but, you know, John Farrell and John Lester, they go down and they work on the side days, and, you know, it just, when you get to see something like this, it gives you a chance to brag about somebody, and that's okay. I'd sit here all as long as, I know you want to talk to him, but I'll sit here and brag about him as long as you want.
Was there a point Well, Terry Francona kind of says it all. You can see the bond between the manager and the pitcher there.
I think he feels a lot for this kid. I mean, who doesn't? But the manager and even the kid admitted it. You know, this guy's like a father figure to him. And, you know, he's proud of him. I mean, he really is proud of him. I mean, no, I don't know if you talk about trading him in the offseason. I mean, that was probably a possibility.
I mean,
but they really wanted this guy.
They didn't want to. They could see, you know, I don't know if you see this, but they could see, as you said in the pregame show, that this kid is going to be a great pitcher. He's only 24 years old.
He's going to be a great pitcher, but he was a great pitcher tonight. I don't know about the whole process yet, but tonight he was a great pitcher.
You meant to say tonight in the pregame show. You know, he's done real well against Kansas City, too. He hit him a couple of years ago, so 2 career starts at Fenway against Kansas City, 17 innings, 1 hit, but no hits tonight as he throws the 18th no-hitter in Red Sox history, only the 5th by a lefty, and the Red Sox win on a night to remember at the Ball Yard.
Get ready. This is the Subaru Dealers of New England Spring Sales Event. Get ready for adventure in the world's first sport utility wagon, the all-wheel drive Subaru Outback with a powerful boxer engine for
Welcome back. John Lester just sat down at the podium. Let's join the press conference live.
You know, just right now it feels like I pitched and we won the game. You know, I think it's kind of like the World Series. It takes a while for this to set in and give you time to reflect on it, and you know, I guess it's one of those things you get to enjoy later.
What was the emotion like actually on the field? You know, when it actually happened? You know, in the ninth inning?
It's something that I'll remember forever. You know, a lot of excitement. You know, I think I had more adrenaline going in the ninth inning than I did in the first inning, which, you know, I guess is normal for that situation. But it was great. You know, the fans were great. They're on their feet, yelling and screaming, and it was probably one of the loudest times I've heard Fenway when I've been out there pitching.
John, can you talk about your effectiveness tonight? And it all began with first pitch strikes. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, it's something that, you know, Johnny and I have harped on all year. You know, first pitch strikes, getting ahead of guys. And like I've said before, once you get ahead, you can manipulate the count and do things you want to do. It just makes the game easier when you're ahead of guys all the time. You know, throwing strikes, if you know the guys behind you are ready to play and you know, ready for the action if the ball's hit, and it puts the hitters on defense. You know, you get ahead, and like I said, you can do the things you want to do to them.
John, who watched you on this and after the game talk about your moment with Terry Francona? But for our benefit, can you get back into that again? The moment you had with Terry Francona when the game was over?
I mean, it's something that really is between me and Terry, and you know, it's something that I'll remember for a long time. I said, you know, in the next interview, through everything I've been through, he's been like a second dad to me. Just being able to talk to him, not as a manager, but you know, as a friend. And you know, he cares a lot about his players, and he doesn't. It's not just about what you can do on the field. It's what type of person you are, and he cares a lot about that.
Could you talk about what happened last year and now making it back? Can you talk about your struggles last year?
I mean, I thought I threw the ball pretty well last year.
No, I mean with your illness.
Oh, I mean, it was tough. You know, it was a long road back. You know, when I did get back, I wanted to be at a certain level, and I wasn't at that level, and it took a while. So, you know, it was tough mentally and tough physically to go out and pitch every 5 days. But, you know, like I said, it was a long road. I'm just glad I'm here at this moment right now, and in 5 days, you know, go pitch again.
John, when did you start feeling the reality that you could do this tonight?
I don't really know. I mean, I knew about it. I'll say that. You know, I knew about it in the 6th, 7th, 8th inning. You know, in the 9th, I go out there and walk the leadoff guy on 5 pitches, and had to kind of step back and tell myself, not, you know, I don't have to be too fine. You know, let them hit the ball, let them put it in play, let the guys behind me do their job. And, you know, they did throughout the night. Mikey made some great plays. Jacoby, great catch out in center field. You know, it was a great, sounds cliche, but it was a great team win.
Did you think that Ellsworth was going to get that ball when you went inside out there?
He got a great jump on it. I mean, I did turn around and see him, and he was running. He didn't start back. He went right in, and you know, I was just glad he caught it. He made a great catch. You know, and he's been doing that all year for us.
Isn't that will fans talking to you late in the game, or was it staying away?
I don't sit there and think about things. I go talk to people. I go get up, move around. You know, when I'm in the dugout, when I'm pitching, it's time to, you know, let my mind take a break. I don't want to be thinking about what's up next. So yeah, and people were talking. You know, they weren't talking to me. I was talking to them more or less. And you know, I don't really believe in all that stuff. So.
I saw Tech give you the ball.
I don't know yet. It's going to go probably in my safe at home.
You've talked at times about, you know, kind of trying to find where you were in 2005, that pitching form. You know, have you felt like you are there at that point?
I think so. I'm getting there. You know, like I've sat here and told you guys every 5 days that it seems like every time I go out, I take steps forward in the right direction, and you know, tonight was another good step. Not just because I didn't give up any hits, but because I felt good with my command, I felt good with my mechanics, first pitch strikes, the things that we have harped on all year. And like I said, in 5 days, I got to go do it again. So.
John, do you ever pitch a no-hitter at any level, high school?
I threw, I don't even know anymore. I threw a couple in high school, but it's a little different.
John, you said 6th, 7th, 8th inning you were aware of the no-no, and you also said you walk around the dugout. I mean, did it come up in conversation?
No.
Not at all?
No. I usually, you know, if guys are talking in the dugout, I'll listen to their conversation, maybe butt in on their conversation, or go down in the tunnel and, you know, talk to whoever's down there, you know, whatever it may be. It's normal for me to do that, and you know, I feel comfortable doing that because I like to get my mind off of the game. Because if you sit there and think about, you know, what you're trying to do every second of the game, you're going to wear yourself out mentally. And you know, I feel that if I don't do that, I'm more mentally fresh when I get out there.
Can you take us through the last at bat against Seventeenth?
To be honest, I don't even remember. I mean, I remember we fastball in, strike one. I don't even know if that's right. I really don't remember. I know we threw him in early in the bat, and some cutters. He fouled off a good curveball and some cutters, and you know, we were doing that all night with the four seam and cutter in, and then trying to go four seam away, and we got some swings and misses and some bad contact. So you know, Tech went back out there and it worked out.
130 pitches. Did you feel tired at all?
No, you don't feel tired. You don't feel tired in that situation at all. You got so much adrenaline going that I'm sure it'll hit me tomorrow morning, and when I wake up, I can't move. But no, I mean, it's you train all week to do this. You train all off season to go deep in games and to pitch, you know, however many innings a year, and you know, it's what we work for every 5 days.
John, in terms of velocity, a lot of 94s, 95s, even some 96 on the radar gun out there. How much of that you think was adrenaline, and how much is just physically where you are at this point in the season?
Both. I've done it before when I was in the minor leagues, and I think the adrenaline helps, especially later in the game. It definitely helps. You know, it gives you that little extra that you need, and I think, like I said, a lot of hard work this offseason, a lot of hard work in spring training, and built up the arm strength. And I just feel, you know, physically better this year than I did last year every 5 days.
How does it stack up against the World Series clincher? Is it in a different category?
I think so. I mean, it's hard to describe. I mean, I think they're both definitely up there. I can't tell you which one means more to me than the other. World Series is obviously the World Series. How many people get to say they've won that? And you know, no hitter's a no hitter. How many people can say they've done that? So they're both up there. They both mean a heck of a lot to me, and something I'll cherish for a long time.
John, when the game was over, they announced that the only other pitcher who's been no hit against the Royals was Nolan Ryan. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Anytime you're in a class with Nolan Ryan, it's pretty special. I mean, he's probably the greatest pitcher of all time. I mean, he's unbelievable, the longevity he's had, and 7 no-hitters. You know, it's like I said, it's something that's very special.
Do you remember if you ever shook off any calls?
That's John Lester talking to the media, and you heard it there at the end, just the second no-hitter ever thrown against the Royals. Nolan Ryan, his first no-hitter back in 1973 was the other. Pretty remarkable stuff.
You know, I was listening to him right there, and it's like he's in this elite territory. He doesn't really quite know where he is, but I could tell he's getting giddier as you go. I mean, you're more relaxed as you go. And then when he couldn't remember the last sequence of the batter, I mean, it just goes to show you, adrenaline is just flying out of him.
Well, you were there. Tell us about that at the end.
It was really hard to remember. You know, all I knew is it was the last pitch was a punch out, and I forget everything after that. And for taking me back, really, when he's talking right there.
And you were how old?
I was 22, but this kid, I mean, this kid,
there you go.
Oh yeah.
So you're 22. This is 1977.
Oh, this is Cleveland now, and there's only like 13,000 people. I mean, I couldn't imagine throwing a no-hitter in Fenway Park. I mean, at an age like that, you know, and the atmosphere that this place. Well, he even said it's as loud as he's ever been on the mound when he's pitched in Fenway Park. And this kid, tomorrow he'll wake up. It's going to be a special time for him these next 5 days before his next start, because it's nothing like it. There's no time in your life where you'll have 5 days before you have to pitch again to feel like you're in that elite territory with the Nolan Ryans and the Sandy Koufaxes. I'm telling you, it's just an incredible feeling.
100 years or 96 years of baseball at Fenway Park. Only 3 left-handers have ever thrown a no-hitter there. John Lester is one of them, just the second Red Sox pitcher to ever throw a left-handed no-hitter at Fenway. And you always have the great play, the great catch on WB Mason delivery of the game. Jacoby Ellsbury, we will hear from Ellsbury. We will hear from Clay Buchholz talking about the first no-hitter since he threw one back on September 1st of last year. And of course, we'll hear from the captain, Jason Veritek, who caught a Major League record 4th no-hitter behind the plate tonight. Stay with us. Plenty more coming as we wrap up a no-hit night.
Get ready. This is the Subaru Dealers of New England Spring Sales Event. Get ready for adventure in the world's first sport utility wagon, the all-wheel drive Subaru Outback with a powerful boxer engine for improved handling and control. Right now, get $1,500 cash back plus 0% financing. What makes a Subaru a Subaru? Ready for spring. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru. Don't miss the Subaru Spring Sales Event going on now.
Baffled by a strange disease that stretches the arms of people buying copy paper at office superstores, scientists at the W.B. Mason Institute studying the problem shocked the world by announcing a cure.
Free same-day delivery.
Call 1-888-WB-MASON by 11. Your copy paper will be delivered by 5. Now, a happy ending is well within reach.
Oh, but W.B. Mason.
Experience the difference with Frank Webb's Bat Centers. Whether you're remodeling a bathroom or building a new home, the experts at Frank Webb's Bat Centers always have your best interest in mind. Frank Webb Bat Centers, a trusted part of your home remodeling and building team. Visit us today at frankwebb.com.
Don't be afraid of the pump. The all-new Accord from Honda, the most fuel-efficient car in its class. Lease a Honda Accord for $219 a month for well-qualified customers.
Easiest decision we've had since September 1st of last year. Our Subaru star of the game goes to the young man who threw the no-hitter as John Lester picks up the 18th no-hitter in the history of the Boston Red Sox, as he does it with a 130-pitch effort, a complete game. It's brought to you by our Subaru Dealers of New England, John Lester. You can see his numbers at Fenway against Kansas City in his 2 career starts. A 1-hit, 8-inning shutout effort 2 years ago, a complete game, no-hitter effort tonight. He only walked 2, and he struck out 9, which is a season high for John Lester. The one great catch behind him, Jacoby Ellsbury off Guillen to finish the 4th. Let's hear from the center fielder in the clubhouse.
You know, after the catch, actually, I realized that he had a no-hitter going, and, you know, it was nice having that cushion, knowing, you know, if there's anything around you can lay out. But he pitched tremendous. You know, obviously, just the poise and just the confidence and how relaxed he was going through the, 7th, 8th, 9th innings. You know, what can I say?
Has he said anything to you since the game?
Just gave him a hug after the game and, congratulate him, but he has so much going on right now, I don't know what I'd be thinking, but, it's pretty exciting.
As that ball is sinking towards the turf, what's going through your mind?
I'm just thinking, go get it. JD, I knew he was backing me up on there, so in that situation, I can lay out and go for it, knowing that he's going to back me up. And now I look back at it, I'm really happy I made that catch.
And so is John Lester. Very happy he made that catch. A no-hitter for John Lester, the first in Major League Baseball since Buchholz had his back on September 1st. Same man caught them both, as well as two others, Jason Veritek. A new Major League record. We'll hear from the captain when we return.
Gotta have to get it. Gotta have to get it.
Running out of paper for the big report, Herb Blewett wholeheartedly panics.
Gotta have to get it.
Don't panic, Herb. Just call 1-888-WB-MASON.
I gotta have to get it today.
Call by 11, you'll get it the very same day. Copy paper, toner, bathroom supplies, even staples. So who do you call when you gotta have to get it today? Who but WB Mason?
You don't have to be Indy to play Indy. Play the Reveal the Secret game at Burger King for a chance to win a Hummer H2 adventure, tons of other prizes, or even $1 million. Every game piece could win.
What does the Buick Pontiac GMC Spring Collection mean to you? Better highway fuel efficiency than your typical 8-passenger SUV. The most fuel-efficient 5-door in its class. And the best available V8 fuel economy in a full-size pickup. The Buick Pontiac GMC Spring Collection. Current GM owners get a low-mileage lease on the 2008 Pontiac G6 sedan for around $179 a month. Call for residency restrictions and details. The Spring Collection. See your participating New England Pontiac dealer.
There are days when Patty has to push us out here. Especially on the very cold days. But you always feel better afterwards. When you get outside to walk, it's like, phew.
You want to give the kids at the end of the day the same thing you gave the students in the beginning of the day.
Blue Cross Blue Shield offered a walking challenge, just gave us that little push to commit every day.
I think that makes a big difference in terms of how well we do our job.
It's not just being a good teacher, it's working at staying healthy.
Jason Veritek just sat down at the podium. Let's listen live.
Like, that's kind of weird. And then I looked back and saw, uh-oh. So it was good.
Why was he so effective, Jason?
I'll be honest with you. Today was a struggle early. It was an awful feel for, I guarantee you asked the pitcher across the way, it was a tough feel on the baseball tonight early. Balls were real slick. The air, it was windy. It was dry, cool. There was no moisture in the air, so it was a tough grip even for me throwing balls back to the mound. Till the sun went down, you started, settling in, and the grip changed on the balls. So, it was a battle for both pitchers early to really get a feel for the baseball. I'm not trying to speak for the other side, but I know it was on our side.
This is the fourth one you've had. Do you realize it's a major league record?
Fortunate. I'm very fortunate. It's so exciting to be a part of one as a catcher, but each one's so different. The work that Johnny Lester's had to do to be able to be a part of something like that with him is totally different. Each one's been totally different, but Johnny's keeps working to become, like as we've said in our interviews and those things, more complete, and he's working his way becoming that way.
We've all moved on from his illness, except for a night like this where I think it becomes relevant again. Can you just sort of show us the big picture of where he was and where he is now regarding his illness and the comeback he's made?
Well, illness from a physical standpoint, you see somebody that's become a strong man. We were commenting, we were talking about, I was like, God, he's a big boy. And so, like, you see how he's grown in strength from having to fight that illness. But not only having to fight that illness as a human being that's a non-baseball player. You know, it's a testament for people out there that have to go through something like that. And you know, that mentally brings them from a young man to an adult. And so, but he still had to progress from a young man. He still has progressed from a young man pitching to an adult. And I think that helps his fight and him. You know, things haven't been easy for him this year.
What do you say at the time of the embrace when the no-hitter is completed?
There's nothing really to say. Just let him enjoy the moment. You know, it's his time, his moment, and I'm just fortunate enough to be a part of it. But it's still his moment. Couldn't say anything. Besides, later I told him I was proud of him.
Thank you.
All right, so Jason Veritek, fortunate, as he said, to be part of this, but it is remarkable that, you know, the Noma one down in Baltimore, then you had Derek Lowe here at Fenway in 02, then you talk Buchholz last year. 4 in 8 years, pretty remarkable for one team.
It is. I mean, for Veritek, I mean, it's incredible. And I think a lot of him for doing it because, you know, to get that kid the last 3 innings is when you have to corral him and tell him what to do, and he follows suit. And like he said, this kid's come a long way strength-wise. I mean, he's throwing the ball 94, 5, 6 miles an hour, and this is what we thought he had 2 years ago. Remember? They said this kid, left-handed kid's got 95. Well, we really haven't seen it that often. And so what's to come? You kind of think, where's he going to go from here? Is this the guy that is going to be, you know, is turning into this great pitcher in front of our eyes right now? And you don't know. You don't want to get too carried away, but you saw what he's capable of doing.
Well, the pregame show we talked about it, his last 5 starts now have been very impressive. ERA under 2, batting average under 200. I mean, he has been stringing together some quality starts.
And you can go a long ways off this. Now, you see his record, it's only 3-2. After you throw a no-hitter, you think, what am I, 10-1 right now? Something like you're supposed to get 5 wins for this thing.
Well, it was Nolan Ryan after he, you know, hit the Kansas City Royals. I mean, he was better than 3-2. But Josh Beckett, not Josh Beckett, John Lester. He's pitching like Josh Beckett tonight. John Lester was absolutely outstanding. Of course, Clay Buchholz was the last guy to throw a no-hitter. Remember that back on September 1st of last year. We will hear from Clay Buchholz when we return.
Jeep is giving you protection from high gas prices.
Announcing the Jeep $299 gas guarantee.
Right now, when you buy or lease most Jeep vehicles, you'll pay just $2.99 a gallon for gas or diesel in each of the next 3 years for up to the first 12,000 miles per year. It's our $2.99 gas guarantee.
Jeep is coming through for you with relief at the pump, just when you need it most. Hurry to your Jeep dealer today for the $2.99 gas guarantee. Let's refuel America.
When you have 2 good teams, who wins comes down to who wants it more. Same goes for banking. That's why nobody will take better care of you or do more to earn your business than the people at Sovereign. It's that simple. Because at Sovereign, we want you to be the winner.
Open a Premier checking account right now and get a $150 bonus. It's another way Sovereign does more to earn your business.
You gave them the values. We give them the opportunity. Talk to real moms at NavyForMoms.com.
Hey, see that new woman in marketing?
Oh, yeah. Took her out Friday night.
Really? How was it?
She eats like a horse. Winnie.
Real nice.
It's just an expression. Yeah, I think that'd be fantastic. We have 4 places. So maybe if we just...
Playing the horses is easy. Visit an OTB near you.
In case you missed it is brought to you by McDonald's. I'm loving it.
In case you missed it, John Lester threw a no-hitter tonight. The 18th in Red Sox history and the first by a Red Sox lefty in more than 50 years. Just the third left-handed pitcher to ever throw a no-hitter at Fenway Park, the second Red Sox lefty to do it. Tomorrow in the pregame show, we'll cover it from every angle. Day after reaction from John Lester, Jason Veritek, and more as we come your way at 6 o'clock before Game 2. And a tough act for Justin Masterson to follow tomorrow at the ballpark. All right, that's tomorrow. Right now, we go over to Studio B, check in with John Chandler. He's got a sports desk update. John?
TC, thank you. You knew it would take something big to get New England's mind off of the Boston Celtics in the playoffs. I'd say John Lester and the Red Sox provided it here tonight. But coming up on Sports Desk, we'll get you back to talking Celtics basketball with a preview of the Eastern Conference Finals. Plus, what's the deal with Ray Allen and his shooting slump? The C's guard talks about it, and it wouldn't be a Monday without a look at this week's fantasy ballers and fallers on the diamond. And got a feeling maybe we could add John Lester to that list. All of that plus plenty more on John Lester's no-hitter at Fenway Park. That's all coming up tonight on Sports Desk, presented by FW Webb, home of Frank Webb's Bath Centers, a trusted part of your home remodeling team. I'll see you back here in just a few, but right now let's go back over to Studio A. TC, it's all you.
All right, John, thanks very much. Our coverage of the no-hitter continues, and they had to score some runs. They did 5 runs in the third inning, and
what was the score?
You know, they got the offense. So we're going to look at this when we come back. I think we're going to hear from Kevin Youkilis, but once he got those 5 runs up on the board, that's when you started to think he could get this done. Because, you know, all of a sudden he had a little breathing room and he seemed to really go after guys.
Yeah, and I think that's important. I mean, it's one thing you say, well, he'd be more focused if it was 1-0, but never mind. I'd rather be 5-0 so I can make a mistake. But
a strange inning when they put those runs up on the board. This is the triple from Jacoby Ellsbury, and that's how it all got started. Then 3 consecutive walks. We talked about how Hochevar would handle pitching at Fenway. Well, I think he got to him a little bit tonight.
Well, I guess like Veritek was saying, that, you know, the grip first 3 innings was hard. You saw it, a good indication right there. He walks 3 guys right here, and he walks Manny to walk in a run on a big long at bat. I don't know, 9-10 pitch at bat. Walks in a run right there. And then really the play of the game was the pop-up to Gruselanek, who is a Golden Glove second baseman. You see Lowell right here, gets a fastball in, pops it up, no trouble. Wind's blowing though, and all of a sudden everybody's in his way. Nicks his glove, 2-run score. That is huge, especially the way that the pitching was going right there. Did you know he's going to throw a no-hitter? No, but it's 5-0. That's a big play. A 2-run error right here. And after that was a double and scored another run. So it was a disaster. They could have got out of this with a 3-0 game, and I don't know if that would have made any difference the way John Lester was throwing.
And then Jason Veritek, just for good measure, you're going to catch your 4th Major League no-hitter. You might as well hit a home run in that game as well, just to help out your average a little bit.
And he is slowly starting to creep up to having a decent year. You're talking about hitting .285 about now with some damage too. His 5th home run, right?
Where he fits in the All-Star game, right. And then he might actually get right at the top of that conversation. Posada's been injured, so why not Jason Veritek? You know, he's an All-Star in the minds of Clay Buchholz from last year, as well as John Lester from tonight. More reaction on Lester's no-hitter to come.
You might think it's hard for the cops to see you at night, but if you don't buckle up, we will find you. Cops are cracking down like never before, so buckle up day and night. Click it or ticket.
Sorry.
A Mazda 3 with 17-inch alloy wheels and more room and standard horsepower than a Honda Civic is hard to resist. Very hard.
Yes? Now get 1.9% APR financing on the 08 Mazda 3i Touring Value Edition. Hurry to your Mazda dealer today.
Tomorrow, the Royals are in town, and they're looking to gain some ground in the Central Division. It's a 4-game series at Fenway Park, and the Sox are looking to give Kansas City the Royal treatment. Will the boys in blue bow down to the mighty Red Sox? Tomorrow in HD, it's the Sox Royals. Pre-game coverage begins at 6, only on NESN.
Time for our Sylvania lighted up performance of the night. John Lester, an historic night. Never thrown a complete game in Major League Baseball, so he makes his first one a memorable one. A no-hitter at Fenway Park before the 411th consecutive sellout. More reaction to come as John Lester puts his name in the record books, along with Clay Buchholz. We'll hear from the other member of the no-hitter club on this staff. We'll hear from Kevin Youkilis as well. And hey, Justin Masterson, try to follow up a no-hitter when you come back from AA Portland tomorrow night. All that coming up on Granite City Electric's Extra Innings Extra.
Please, sir, I really don't know what you want me to say here.
I just want the truth.
But I already told you the truth.
There's this little man inside my head saying, there's something wrong here, Peter.
There's a little man inside your head? Sir, I promise you this is a certified pre-owned BMW.
Then how do you explain those brakes?
Pre-owned, we swear. BMW will make your first 2 months payment now through June 30th, 2008.
Okay, so you're all set with Verizon Fios. Pretty amazing picture, huh?
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Picture quality the experts call stunning. This is what happens when Verizon brings fiber optics straight to your home. This is Fios. This is big.
NESN.com.
Style that will get you noticed. Men's Warehouse. You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
If it happens in New England sports, it happens on NESN Sports Desk. Tune in tonight after the game, only on NESN.
Welcome back into our NESN HD television center. Tom Karen with you here for Granite City Electric's Extra Innings Extra. John Lester took the mound at Fenway Park tonight, having pitched very well in his last 4 starts, but not nearly as well as he pitched tonight. The 18th no-hitter in Boston Red Sox history, and the first by a lefty in more than 50 years. John Lester was outstanding tonight, and he got some offensive support in the 3rd inning. Mike Lowell with the bloop that could have ended an inning. Instead, Mark Grudzielanek drops it. 2 more runs score. 5 runs in that inning before it was all said and done, as the Red Sox have some runs on the board. John Lester only needed 1 tonight. You always get the great catch in a no-hitter. There it is, Jacoby Ellsbury robbing Jose Guillen in the 4th inning. Take another look. It's the closest the Royals would come to a base hit all night long. 5th inning now, 5-0. He strikes out Billy Butler right there. And then he'll follow up by getting Miguel Olivo. Got him each twice tonight. 9 strikeouts on the night for John Lester. That's the most in the season for the lefty. Jason Veritek catching a Major League record 4th no-hitter and helping out the cause with the bat. A 2-run homer, his 5th of the year. He's batting .290 now. Jason Veritek's been hot. And here with the Red Sox cruising, it's John Lester's show the rest of the way. He gets Mark Teahan, the fly ball to Coco Chris, who came in late in the game as a replacement, makes the catch, and then the final batter, he will get the no-hitter. Alberto Calaspo strikes out, and the celebration is on at Fenway Park. First no-hitter in Major League Baseball since another pitcher for the Red Sox did it last September 1st. 7-0 is the final. 2 walks. That's it for base runners tonight. You see the offense for the Red Sox. Ellsbury had a hit in there. Youkilis a hit. A couple of hits for Jason Veritek tonight. He had the 2-run homer to drive in 2 runs. J.D. Drew also had a hit tonight. The walks really hurt the Royals tonight. At one point, the starting pitcher, Luke Hochvar, walked 3 straight batters, including a bases-loaded walk to Manny Ramirez. But there are the stats that matter. A 9-inning no-hit, no-run performance for John Lester. Again, the first in Major League Baseball since Clay Buchholz did it last September 1st. Let's hear from Buchholz. He's on the DL, but he had a great seat to watch this tonight.
Yeah, that's my next. I gotta top him. No, it's. I mean, they don't come very easy. I mean, that was a grind for him. 128 pitches, I think. That's a lot. That's a lot of pitches to go through and know that you have to think each pitch before what you're going to do with it, what you want to do with it. It's a mental grind, and he hung tough and got through it, and I mean, did something that not a lot of people do.
When you threw yours, you seemed to have all 3 pitches going. Did you see something similar from him today?
Yeah, I mean, he seemed like he threw his cutter. Anytime that he needed to swing and miss, he got it. Anytime he needed to throw a strike with the cutter, he got it. Threw his fastball. I mean, just throwing harder in the end of the game than he was at the beginning of the game. So I mean, that's how it works. You get that adrenaline running through your body in those last 3 innings, knowing that those are going to be the toughest outs in the game, just because they've seen you 2 or 3 times going through the order. And then I mean, like I said, he was tough. It was unbelievable, and a great job by him.
Talk about what's going through a pitcher's mind when you go out for the 9th and you know you need 3 more outs and you've got it.
So the pressure for me wasn't the 9th. It was after they told me that I was throwing 6 innings that day, give them a good 6 innings, and then I'd be done. And I sat down on the bench, and nobody came and talked to me after the 6th inning, and looked up at the scoreboard, and that's when I saw it, and I was like, oh God, here we go. So I mean, for him, he looked a little nervous going out for the 9th, but after the first batter, he walked him, sort of saw him take a deep breath, and went back to work and did what he had to do.
You were pretty speechless.
All right, take a look at the last 5 no-hitters in Major League Baseball. Lester, Buchholz for the Red Sox. Verlander and Burley did it in 2007. Anibal Sanchez, former Red Sox pitcher, doing it in 2006. September 1st of last year was that Clay Buchholz no-hitter. And in so many ways, watching a 23-year-old Buchholz do it last September and a 24-year-old John Lester doing it tonight, this shows you what the Red Sox are all about right now. These young players are coming up through the system and having tremendous impact on the big league team.
You know, it's too bad that Buchholz hasn't really come around this year just recently, but if you said, put these 2 kids together, the last 2 guys that throw a no-hitter are with the Boston Red Sox, these 2 young kids. I mean, think about the future of this staff from going on for the next 10 years, if you look at it like that. You don't want to get carried away with it, but this could springboard, I think, Lester into, to where he is right now. He started so well the last 5 starts. This could take him a long, long ways.
Well, we've talked about the confidence of attacking that strike zone, of going after hitters. This has to be another step forward in that building of confidence.
I think the 5 previous starts is one thing. I mean, he didn't walk as many guys, but this is what it's all about. 19 out of 28 first pitch strikes. So he has to see it for himself. He says, we talk about that, when in between starts. Well, now he sees it. It's a great example of what, and he sees it right away, what he can do and experience something like that right away with throwing first pitch strikes. I mean, you can't do that to every team. I mean, you got to be careful sometimes, but when you have great stuff like he has, you can do it.
Yeah, and you can be dominating. He was dominating tonight, obviously, from the start. He gets the no-hitter. The Red Sox get the win. It is now a 4-game winning streak. Olympia Sports, proud to support the pediatric trauma program at Children's Hospital Boston. Come to any Olympia Sports location today and make a donation to help children's world-class doctors pioneer and provide advanced treatments for kids. Red Sox win tonight. The celebration on at Fenway. More reaction from the clubhouse when we continue.
Granite City Electric. We do the lights for the Red Sox.
Lights, camera, revolution, give us revolution. Lights, camera, revolution, give us revolution.
Dot It, the ingenious everywhere light.
Watch the Nesson pregame show every Wednesday for the Harvard Pilgrim Viewers Choice Poll question. Then visit Nesson.com to make your choice, and you could win a chance to visit Nesson and watch the show live. Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare, the health plan where choices rule.
Well, here's another happy consumer filling her gas tank.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, what are you going to do, sell your car?
Actually, I just refinanced my car. That really cut my payment.
You can do that?
You can if you call DCU.
DCU?
I do everything there now.
Keep your car, but trade your loan. Call DCU for a refinancing estimate.
So why don't you call DCU? You do have a car, right?
Yeah, several.
Nesson keeps your socks on round the clock with Socks in 2. 2-hour game replays every game night at midnight and the following afternoon. It's your second chance at the Sox, only on Nesson.
Granite City Electric's Extra Innings Extra is brought to you by Granite City Electric. No one knows lighting and electricians like we do.
Him today, and he threw the ball great, and it was great to see him accomplish that feat. I mean, that's unbelievable just to see, especially for a guy that about a year and a half ago that went through cancer treatment and all that. So it's a great thing for him, and I think it's a big I think that just like from a standpoint of how John threw the ball a couple times ago, it wasn't as good, and now I think just maybe we'll give him a little momentum to his next start. So of throwing the ball, and because we need him on this team to step up and do great things, and he did today.
What about Jacoby's play? Is that when you first thought this is a possibility tonight?
Yeah, he. Well, I didn't realize until like the 6th or 7th, I think 7th inning maybe. I didn't realize he had no hit. I didn't look up at the board and look at it, but once the 7th inning hit, I think I looked up at the board and saw that because the fans were kind of acting a little different. So I didn't really play into it until then, and then just basically going out there and trying to get to every ball I could.
Kevin, what point did the superstition start showing up in the dugout?
I don't know. I think I sat in the seat one time, and I do that every once in a while, sit in a pitcher's seat. But other than that, I didn't. Other than not talking this and that, I think he sat next to me and said a couple things to me, but I didn't even realize till the 7th inning. So I was kind of clueless.
What was his demeanor like in the later innings?
I think it was the same as a normal game. I think he was just having so much success. He was just a little more even keel, and that was the big thing for him. That's a big thing for John. When he has confidence and he's going well, it's a huge thing for not just John but the Red Sox, because he's a great pitcher that has a bright future ahead of him, and he's going to throw a lot of great games. Hopefully he can do this again at some point, but it's a pretty tough feat to have.
All right, Kevin Youkilis after the game as the Red Sox get this one. And you always wonder about position players when they tune into what's going on. Remember the Schilling one? You weren't here for it, but Schilling one, Ortiz, we had the shot of him around the 7th inning slapping somebody and pointing at the scoreboard. Hey, look what's going on. Right. Everybody else knows. That dugout is so small. It really is. So a pitcher's zone is his zone. I mean, and he knows, like he said, he sat in it before, so they know the pitcher's sitting there. They're well aware of that. But for the most part, I mean, it is kind of clueless. Usually people know. Well, I guess it doesn't. But you're wrapped up in your thing and you're making your plays. It goes to show you how focused they are. Everybody's focused on their own thing. Take me through the last at bat here. You've done it. You get the 2 outs. Now it's one away, and we've seen plenty of them dead in that last attempt to get the 3rd out. Looking with the adrenaline like that, a punch out is what you don't start out to punch somebody out, but he goes inside twice. A little late on a fastball there. It takes a lot of nerve. High fastball there, 2 strikes, high fastball right there. Then he's going to throw a cutter. He has a good swing at this ball right here. Boom, pulls it foul. Then he's set up for that high cheese away as hard as you can, and yahoo!
95 miles an hour. I mean, that is, you know, to see it again, I think this kid, he's more excited than that. He really is. You know, I don't think he really, he doesn't know where he is.
But you saw it by the end of his press conference.
Yeah, he started easing into it. Yeah, he started getting to Nolan Ryan.
When they asked him about Nolan Ryan, the laugh after that was pretty good. But that's a great last at-bat for a no-hitter. You know what I mean? You don't, a ground ball out. He had a plan, and he didn't remember what he said, but he went after him and got the strikeout.
And that's what you want. You want the strikeout for a no-hitter. You want to strike out for the last out of the World Series. You know, it gets to the point where saying, what's your greatest moment? Is, you know, a personal moment would be a no-hitter. Right. It really is. It's all about you and that no-hitter. But I'll tell you what, getting that last out of the World Series, there's nothing like that.
Was that 7 months? I'm trying to count. 7 months. Not a bad 7 months for John Lester.
Yeah.
You win the World Series in Colorado, you get a no-hitter at Fenway Park. And now Justin Masterson gets the call up from AA Portland. The Sea Dogs pitcher will make the start tomorrow night as he tries to follow up a no-hitter. Going up against Gil Mesh. We'll preview the matchup next.
Don't miss a beat all afternoon. Introducing new oven-toasted flatbread sandwiches and personal pizzas. Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'.
Purchase any breakfast sandwich combo and get a free Red Sox poster. Collect all 4.
Why did the light bulb quit his high-pressure job? Because he was burnt out.
But seriously, folks, nobody knows lighting like Granite City Electric.
Carpet selection at the specialty flooring store was great.
But wow, expensive.
And they needed over 6 weeks just to schedule the installation.
So we went direct.
National Floors Direct.
At National Floors Direct, we offer next-day installation of beautiful name-brand carpet and hardwood flooring. And we'll beat anyone's price by 15% or it's free. Call 888-400-FLOOR for a free estimate.
We saved $2,100.
And it was installed the next day.
And no payments for 12 months.
Hey, Sally, want to come over and watch TV or something?
I was really hoping to attend the concert tonight.
Oh, okay. I'll pick up 2 tickets.
Gee, that would be swell.
Okay, bye. How am I going to get tickets so fast?
Hey, you better call Ace Tickets.
You mean 1-800-MY-SEATS?
Sure. They also have 5 convenient locations. They have tickets for the Red Sox, concerts, theater tickets, you name it.
Wait, do they offer a guarantee?
200%.
Wow. Oh, hi, Ace Tickets?
Back on the runner at first. Swing and a miss to elevate on Swisher. It's the second strikeout for Beck.
Hey, how about a serving of Red Sox action with your breakfast? Breakfast with the Sox, a 1-hour replay of Red Sox games.
Glasgow strikes out. John Lester's thrown a no-hitter at Fenway. He no-hits the Kansas City Royals.
And by the way, Don Orsillo calling his 3rd no-hitter. His first game with Nesson was the Hideo Nomo no-hitter in Baltimore back in 2001. You take a look at the homestand, 4-0 on the homestand after going 4-6 on the road trip. 3 more with Kansas City, then another 10-gamer on the road out west with Oakland and Seattle before coming back east to wrap it up with the series in Baltimore. Justin Masterson gets the call up tomorrow. They have to do this because of the rain out Friday night. Daisuke Matsuzaka would have pitched instead. He had to pitch on Saturday in the doubleheader. He looked awful good against the Angels.
Slinging that sinker up there, that could go a long way. Another young star in the making. He has to try to come after a no-hitter like that. It's like maybe he won't draw as much attention as he would have if they didn't throw the no-hitter, so maybe that's a good thing.
He goes up against Gil Mesh in his 2nd year with Kansas City. 3-3 on the season. Opponents are hitting him at a 285 clip. Our coverage begins at 6 o'clock tomorrow. I want to ask you, as we're talking about Masterson, I've heard the comparison to you. Comes down on the side, throws hard, throws a sinker. We're going to look at Gil Mesh here. Yeah. As Gil Mesh pitching for Kansas City, 3-3 on the season. But I want to ask you, people have made the comparison to you. Do you see it at all?
Absolutely. That big, long arm swing and the